I'm pulling up my stuff. I'm waiting for a couple people to get in here before I start the talks. I'm gonna
Sure.
put.
Who else is joining?
This is us for right now. We have me, you, Goofy, Juan, and I think that's it for now. Later on, we're gonna have
Make
Fuego's not
sure.
gonna Fuego's not gonna be able to make it later, but it is what it is. I'll get some of the most hated guys in and talk to them. Hopefully, I can still get Sosa Baller. Goofy, I think is gonna be there later, and Token. Welcome, Quiet Boogie.
We need quiet boogie on camera.
That dude don't even talk at all to us, gang. I don't know if you're gonna open the
I was
camera.
I was about to say, Goofy, you play on this team. You probably have never heard his voice.
Bro,
I
it
don't
was
think
crazy, bro. Our first game, bro,
he
with
closed my
him,
door.
we was manned up, right? Ain't nobody said no zone up, but like after they scored a touchdown and stuff, because Quiet Boogie was like zoned out, I guess, and then we checked most hitters chats and talking about zone out guys. It was like you not finna say out loud, but you finna text us that. We started, bro. We started
He
dying
messaged
laughing.
that in the game.
He couldn't talk, bro. I don't know
That's
why.
hilarious. That's hilarious.
Quiet boogie for you.
All right, Quiet Book's the only viewer right now, but we're gonna go ahead and get started. Welcome to the Live on Air Sports Show. I'm Ump from the '90s, and today I have my co-host and special guest, the Sticks God, down here in the bottom left. Welcome, Sticks God. In the top right, we have my boy
Hey.
Juan, also known as Mr. Take It Back, and then we have one of my personal favorite defensive linemen in the game right now, Goofy _ Goof. Welcome. Today on Live on Air Sports Show, we'll be just talking about random things from around the league. We'll be going. The guys will be answering a couple questions here and there, and also we have a special segment with my guy, the Sticks God. We'll be discussing comparisons between NFL teams and CCFL teams. This is I think will be a great thing for both my guys Juan and Sticks guys, since they both are huge football fans. Goofy, I'm not how much of a football head you are, but these two I know for a fact. These boys eat, sleep, and breathe football. So this would be something good for both of them. I know the Sticks guy has this mapped out completely. Um, let's start off with what's going on around the league. Um, who's dominating right now? Sticks out. I don't want you to say nothing yet because specifically specifically you, because we know what's going on with your team. I'm gonna get to y'all in a second. One, actually, now that I think about it, I have nothing but undefeated players on my pod on the show today. Y'all still undefeated, right? Sticks God. Oh, your audio's out, Sticks. It's okay if you need to reset. You're good. One, y'all are still undefeated, right?
Absolutely.
Sheesh. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all, I haven't been worried about y'all losing any time this season. Um,
I wouldn't worry
y'all have
either.
been
I wouldn't
dominating.
worry.
What about y'all, Goofy? Y'all still undefeated, right?
Yup, we still undefeated, man. Never lost.
All right. While Sticks got is getting his stuff taken care of, I want to know who's the team that has been stinking it up. So it's great because I have all three of y'all from three different divisions. So in Division One we have Sticks Guy. Division Two we have Goofy with most hated. And in Division Three we have Juan with the Guardians, the New York Guardians. Uh, while we're waiting on Sticks Guy, who in Division Two is stinking it up right now? Goofy, who's just not playing well?
I'll say just the
I can't speak.
I'll say the Longhorns, honestly. I know that's a kind of off thing pick, but Longhorns, they got play with them before. They were at D1, known as the crash outs, and ever since then it's been on a decline. They don't have a solid quarterback. They switched the receiver to this old position, which is quarterback. they don't got Young Bull playing anymore. He's taking it out, and they really don't have any other person but I'd say B Austin. That's really it. I mean, it's a one-man army over there.
Mic check.
They don't have no production on defense or offense right now.
Yeah, still nothing.
Mic check. Mic
Yep,
check.
yep. You're good. You're good. All right. Before I get you on, Sticks. I was asking them who's been dominating in their divisions. So I didn't realize when I set this up that we have Division 1 with you, Division 2 with Goofy, and Division 3 with Juan. We're just gonna skip right past who's dominating because I'm gonna get to specific questions with you and your team because we right now y'all are dominating in Division 1. Y'all are still undefeated, right?
Oh, we have one loss that we took to the Cyclones, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, we're gonna definitely have to dig into that because I did not see that coming. Um,
I'll see that.
but outside of that, the Infernos, this is their first real successful season. Like I'm talking, where they're dominating in Division 1. Before we get to that, who is in the Division 1 right now that is just currently stinking it up? They're not playing well at all, and either it was a shocker or it wasn't a shocker. But who's not playing well in Division 1 right now that you've noticed?
The Misfits, no offense, and
Oh,
the
no,
Raiders,
none taken.
obviously.
None taken at all.
And yeah,
What?
the Cyclones have been a little disappointing too, just because they're coming off of. It feels like they have a little bit of a championship hangover. I know they didn't win it, but you kind of expect after you reach the championship the season before, you kind of expect maybe automatically to be back there.
Yeah.
And they seem to have taken us.
They got rid of their best player on it. Honestly,
Who was that?
Yeah,
they got rid of Drip.
They
Who was
did for
that?
Sure.
They got rid of Drippy.
Drip.
Drippy McDougal?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's basically playing me. Just saying.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
The
lie.
Drippy dog.
Yeah, Drip. Dog.
Okay, and one, who in Division 3 is just stinking it up? Because each one of y'all's teams, like I said, are at the top of your divisions or close to the top. I don't think there's anyone undefeated in Division 1 anymore now that y'all are no longer undefeated Sticks. So, but y'all are still, if I'm not mistaken, y'all still the number 1 seed in Division 1.
Yes, sir. With a comfortable lead.
Yeah. So, Juan, who in Division 3 is just stinking it up right now? I'm talking, it's kind of disappointing at how bad they're playing right now.
The Stompers.
Oh,
I'm not
gosh.
disappointed because I knew it was coming. Because like they don't really have any real playmakers on the team. They run a simple scheme.
Yeah, I'll push back on that a little bit.
Ooh.
I think was our backup quarterback, and then he kind of stepped down, and they asked him to play quarterback. And while he is like a natural quarterback, I think his true position is wide receiver and DB. And since they moved him there, I know they played you guys Thursday. That's a tough matchup. But before that, they got a sweep. They got a 6-0 sweep. It's like, hey, there we go. We moved Check to quarterback. They moved him to wide receiver, and that's where he belongs, I think.
I think
He's
you
he's a
DM me
legit
that.
wide receiver.
I think you DM me nominating him because he played so well. Like they were getting destroyed at one time, and then you said he was put into the game and it was a 180 for the team. So hey, although we can
played against us, the receiver.
I was about to say we can agree that we can agree that Juan's statement was true. Stompers are playing like dirt, but they do have a playmaker. Juan, they have a playmaker. It's just he's not there. I think the issue is the scheduling. He's not there. He's not there the whole time. I think that's the only issue. Moving forward, guys, I have a couple of series of questions that I think are some big questions that need to be answered. They're all of course opinion based guys, but these guys I like to think of y'all as some of the experts in the league. Who is the real face of the CCFL right now? First person, just jump out there.
I've been contemplating this question, and it's a weird answer. It's hard to not go with Fuego just because of how dominant he's been at every single level. Everybody knows, even if you haven't played Fuego, you know about Fuego.
That's right.
He's one of the few players that you could say that about. And every running back in the game, I would say, models their game after him. Maybe with the exception of Juan, you have a very unique play style. You definitely don't play like Fuego. You're dominant in your own way.
Definitely.
But I would say Fuego is the face of the league.
Everybody agree with that, or anybody have any other?
I mean, I agree with that too. I mean, I've been on the team for 2 seasons in a row. We haven't experienced
Fuego's just,
loss
Fuego's
both
just
leagues.
different. Like you'll try everything in your bag to stop him, and you still come out like you'll bring the entire team down in the box. This dude Fuego still score one play touchdowns.
Oh, my
It's
shit
just
froze.
it's completely different.
Yeah, it definitely is different. Can y'all still hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you just fine. Yep.
Okay, my screen froze. I don't know if it's frozen for the. Oh, it says my screen went green. Oh no. Give me 1 second.
Take your time. So how is
But
it, real quick? How is it playing with Fuego?
that's a great
Is it
question.
like, are you ever like, yo, let's give the ball to somebody, literally anybody else? We don't have to run halfback direct again, do we?
So that's the great thing about our team. Nobody on our team is really selfish to get that ball. Even Fuego at sometimes says, throw a little pass to somebody. Nobody's really selfish. That's the great thing about Fuego and the rest of the team. We all accommodate and benefit from each other and how we play. So it's really awesome to not worry about something on offense where you got one guy that can basically do it on offense and not worry about anything else.
Your blocking schemes for him are definitely solid. It looks like you guys play unselfishly. I was just curious if behind the scenes there was ever like, hey man, can I get the ball?
I knew if I knew that Swank would be there, if I knew Swank would be there full time and be able to like lock in with the guys and play every game, it'd be more like 500 for me. It'd be more like 500 for me.
No more fucking around. I'm gonna go down the finish score.
Maybe
No more
six.
fucking around, I'm gonna go down.
No, maybe six, negative 600. But
Yeah.
it's hard to bet when you have guys like dog. I've been watching Mose. I've been pretty much watching some of everybody.
Paxton.
I've been
Oh,
I've been watching some of everybody. But when I watch Most Hated, Why Sosa, IQ out of this world playing like as if like he was a professional football player. The way he's play calling, Fuego executing every single play. We got Quiet Boogie playing probably one of the best two-way sleepers in the league. It's not a lot of like guys that like talk about Quiet Boogie. In order to know Quiet Boogie, you got to be out there playing against Quiet Boogie. And then you're like, who the hell is this guy?
Quiet Boogie don't talk about Quiet Boogie.
Right. Like you might see him mention like make a meme or something.
Quiet Boogie.
Then you have Goofy, like who essentially is probably right now, in my opinion, the most dominant edge rusher or whatever you want to call it. I don't know if we call it edge rusher, but defensively, dogging. They have Baller dogging.
Yeah.
They have Loud Pack, which Loud Pack is growing into his role as a receiver DB because he originally started off as a quarterback. And when he got drafted to Most Hated, he went ahead and started playing. He started playing receiver, but he's growing into that. And then we have a bunch of
Sometimes that helps though.
It does because you don't have those bad habits of those that you learn by playing over and over and over and over as a DB or receiver, and then he's learning to play it as he's learning with his quarterback. So that I feel like that's helped him a lot. But moving on because I love where that conversation took us. My next big question was what matters more today in like the CCFL: football IQ, stick skill, or team's chemistry?
Yeah, so I personally think it depends on the position.
Okay.
Because we would all like to say football IQ. But if we're being like totally honest, the wide receivers, wide receiver, I don't think you need high football IQ. You need good stick skill. You need to be able to run the route that your quarterback tells you to run.
Mm-hmm.
Running back, I think you need good. I don't know if football IQ is the right word, but you need to be able to predict the holes that are going to open pre-snap. Because
you gotta have field awareness.
A big gap between running back. Yeah, field awareness is
like I hate to use that term because I've used it before, but because now the term means something else in ESG football. But
I would probably say blocking awareness.
Okay, that makes what
Yeah.
gap awareness,
Yeah,
gap
yeah.
awareness, gap awareness,
Gap
Definitely.
awareness.
Gap
gap
Yeah.
awareness,
yes.
gap awareness. Because you're right. Because at running back, I ain't gonna lie, I noticed a lot of people once they get open field, they might be great. Coming out of that backfield
Yep.
though, there's got
That's where the skill gap
that's
is.
where the skill gap is because Fuego will be able to hit his hole, and that hole as he's getting to it might close up. And Juan is great at it too. Even Pat.
Nah, my hole closes up. I'm not like Fuego. I'm not gonna hit into the hole. I'm just gonna take it backwards.
That's what I was about to say. Well,
Yeah.
you'll take it backwards, but you recognize that it's closing. You won't try to force it. Some guys they're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do, and they'll just keep running. You'll at least recognize it, turn back around. Fuego will stop on the dime, spin, juke, do something, and head the opposite direction. You know, it's not a lot. Another one, y'all's running back, green light. Green light is probably one of the best. One of the best gap aware running backs in the league. He's always been like that. A lot of people don't. He took some time away, and he was really quiet in the community. He was one of those ones, though. I think now that y'all are dominating at the level that y'all are, it's showing more. But back to the original question, Goofy.
Yeah.
What matters more, football IQ, stick skill, or team chemistry?
Team chemistry, 100% for me. Honestly, if we were kind of talking it over as a team. If you don't have team chemistry, you might have one of the best teams ever. Let's just throw it out there.
The
Great
Pirates.
people. I'll mention some stuff, right? Like Fuego, say other people. A full stack team. But if you don't know what the other guys are gonna do right next to you, it's gonna fall apart. Taking the same angles, taking you know, not knowing what the other person's gonna do is really gonna mess your defense up and offensively
Tendencies.
too.
Yeah.
Like chemistry with your receiver too. When
Yeah,
throwing
knowing
to
those tendencies. I know as
I'm gonna add on to Goofy real quick.
Yeah,
I'm
go
gonna add on to
ahead.
Goofy real quick. Your ability, team chemistry is probably the most important as well. I would say because you have to, if a guy doesn't do his job right, you have to get on to him obviously,
Yeah,
and that comes with chemistry. You gotta know how he's gonna react, and
Yeah.
if they don't react well, then there's no point in calling him out.
Yeah.
He's like Jay Clutch on the Devils.
yeah.
He'll never get called. He got called out one time, and he'll never get called out again, just because of how he reacts. Straight up.
I must have missed that game, but I think we all understand all three of these components. They definitely matter, and they all
doubt.
are required to what I'm saying be successful. But this question just shows like what people value more, and I think what y'all were essentially saying, Juan and Goofy, is that knowing your personnel is huge. Like you said, if you know that your guy's gonna lose his mind the moment you try to hold him accountable, you might want to wait to the end of the game. You might want to wait to the end of the game. That way, it doesn't affect the chemistry. Yeah, exactly. That way, it doesn't affect the chemistry in game. Next question, a big one, because I know with the way that the league is structured, we have players all over the place. I'm talking about like guys like Juan. Juan is a Division One player. He honestly should be playing for Division One roster. He came from a Division One roster.
Yeah.
What division right now has the most saturated competition right now? Do we still believe that it's Division One?
Yeah.
The best
Well, I
is in
think
Division
so.
1. The best competition's in Division 2.
Repeat that again.
Yeah.
I said Division 1 is the best of the best. Obviously, it's gonna be hard competition, but Division 2 now with Almighty, most hated. The Trines are doing well now, but
Yeah.
it's a more like subtle group than
Mhm.
what we see in Division 1. Because you see in Division 1, who are the top 3 teams? Inferno, Phantoms, both came up from Division 2.
Yeah.
And who's the number 3 team?
I think the
I
Devils.
think the Devils
Yeah, I
right
think
now.
the Devils.
Yeah.
Yes, the Devils. I think the most saturated
Devils
talent
are always
comes
going
from
to be
Division 2.
there.
Devils will always be
I
there.
have a theory on that. If you don't mind me going.
Go ahead.
My bad if I cut you off.
No, go
But,
ahead.
So with the field awareness meta, really that he put in, and the making Bruiser worse, that big nerf that he gave to Bruiser, and the field awareness meta, the passing is substantially more important. And in D2 didn't. There were very few teams that really relied on the run game. D2 was like way more pass heavy.
Definitely was.
There was a lot more like, I don't know, spread type offenses.
Yeah.
And then
Like the
when D,
blood.
that's why when D, yeah, yep. And then when D2 teams made it to D1, and in D1 it's like, no, we run the ball and we stop the run. That's our like thing.
Yeah.
And it was really hard. I think that's why a lot of teams when they first hit D1 struggle because they just haven't played teams like that. I mean, that's why we struggled because it was like the DBs are damn near extra linebackers at this point. Like we
Yeah.
know it could be 3rd and 18. Ray's probably gonna run like a fullback dive. It was it was weird to adapt to, but now with the new meta leaning itself more friendly to pass heavy teams, that's why I think you're seeing the D2 teams what they're doing.
Me personally, I believe Division One still has, of course, the best players in the world, and but I don't. Can you close my door, please? The competition, though, the competition isn't the same in Division One. I feel like it's because Division One is more cookie cutter. It's a lot of people playing the exact same way, and that doesn't feel competitive to me. What competition means to me is diversity and winning your way. That's what makes because styles clash. That's like boxing. If everybody in boxing fought the same style, nobody would ever watch boxing.
Right.
You know, and that's just
Yeah.
like the UFC. The most you can say that John Jones fights 1,000% differently than GSP. I don't know if some people are UFC fans, but George
Yep.
St. Pierre.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or BJ Penn and George St. Pierre. We can just use the same guys in the same weight class that fought each other. What can I do for
Yeah.
you?
Or Pereira and
All
Izzy.
Right. So
It's similar, but
so like it's like that in the it's just like that in the CCFL.
Both kickboxing, but
You know what I'm
completely
saying?
different
The
styles.
the Devils,
Yeah.
the Knights. I'm not gonna because Infernos, y'all have had y'all own play style for a long time, and I think that's what took y'all so long to get to where y'all were was simply because like y'all figured out okay, this is what works for us, this is what y'all use green light like he's not only y'all biggest weapon, he's also y'all setup. He sets up for other great things
Yep.
in y'all's play style. That's
Yep.
what he's.
Absolutely.
It's just not just the green light show. Like with Most Hated, they have a run heavy team. They have Wash Sosa, who's their quarterback. He can throw the ball, but he's just as dangerous on foot, if not more dangerous on foot, if anything. But y'all have Fuego, who sets all of that up with his heavy run style. With y'all's heavy run style with Fuego, so like y'all's play style is running gun basically. I think that's what it would be called. No, not running gun. It'd be what would it be? Stick to
I think
you
running
would know
gun's a
this.
pretty fair comparison.
Okay.
I would say spread run, but
Yeah, okay, that'll work too. But the reason why I said this is because we're gonna focus on Fuego, but at any moment, if Sosa's got that ball in his hand, you're in danger because he could run that ball as well, or if he sees his target, like because it only takes a second for him. I watched it yesterday. It took him a split second to throw it to Loud Pack and Quiet Boogie. So they're very dangerous as well. And also Juan, you guys in the Guardians, y'all's offense is really run heavy as well, but y'all pass. Unlike the Devils, they're super run heavy. It's rare that you see them pass the ball.
Which I think is a little bit of a detriment. I don't know. I mean, we'll see.
It is.
They're
I know
a
exactly where you're
dominant
going.
But Oddly's a dog, man, and Oddly can really get open. And Ray the other day was kind of criticizing Bezo, not criticizing, but just saying Bezo doesn't want to throw it unless he's wide.
Y'all keep talking.
wide
I'll be
open.
right back.
Okay. Bezo doesn't want to throw it when he's wide open, but neither does Ray. Ray and Bezo play similar. Bezo is a little bit better at pocket movement, but Ray likes to run the ball, and if it's not like wide open, Ray is tucking and running. Ray does not.
if he doesn't see
throw
separation, he's not
great
going to throw the
timing
ball.
routes.
No, he's not.
I think it's because of the risk factor for Ray and Bezo. Think about it. In D1, if you turn that ball over, it's probably going to be 90% of, they convert that to a touchdown, and
That's
that's
true.
basically game.
That's very true.
Yeah, true.
I think with Ray, he's very calculated. That's one of those quarterbacks very
Probably the
calculated.
most calculated quarterback in the CCFL
Yeah,
just because of the way he plays.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
He's not like other quarterbacks. He doesn't set up plays for real plays, like how a real quarterback should, or technically coach should,
Yeah.
but
I knew
quarterback should.
I knew Ray was really calculated when we played him one time. The last time I was in the not this I'm in Division 1 now, but the last time I was in Division 1, Ray ran a play and ran out of bounds just so his running back could get Stam again. He didn't even want to run. He didn't even plan on throwing the ball at all.
Yeah.
He called the play, and if his man would have been open, cool, he would have threw it. But he didn't have any intention on running that play to do anything with it other than I'm gonna get my guy some more Stam, and we're gonna run it right back down your throat. And that's exactly what they did. I told my team, I said, this play, I said, if it looks like a pass play, it's not. He's just doing it so Pat can get more Stam. Or I think at that time they had No Vanity and Pat in at the same time. I don't know. I can't remember fully, but I remember him running that play. I said, this dude's calculated. Talked to him after. I said, you never planned on throwing that ball, did you? He said, he just laughed at it. I said, yeah. I said, I noticed what you did. And I've noticed that some other people have done it too, though. It's starting to pick up. Some people are like, okay, well, I watched Most Hated do it one time. Sosa it's not. It's more so. Sosa was gonna run the ball, and then that was gonna give Fuego time to recover his Stam, and then he's gonna run it again and get the touchdown. But sometimes it doesn't work out. And sometimes it don't work out like that. Sosa might run the touchdown by himself. But
that's what I was gonna say. Yeah. I mean, there's always a threat with Sosa too. It's not like between Ray and Sosa running that QB power or QB runs.
Facts.
It's gonna be a great difference. I mean, Sosa, Fuego's brother, he adjusts a lot. He probably learns the same stuff. He has his brother to ask, and he can do it by himself.
I'm not gonna lie, Sosa's not a football head. He don't care about none of that. Appreciate the love, Fuego. He's in the chat right now. He's not a football head at all. I'm tell you right now. Sosa comes out and he's just playing like Goofy. You've been in there. We talk all the time. You know, this man don't care about football. He coming in there just a ball. He literally, you know what gets him up in the morning, getting on the game and dominating somebody, talking trash to them and being like, "I made you quit today. I took your confidence today."
Yeah,
it's not about the football aspect of it. It's just purely competitive for him. And I watch dudes like Back End. He's the exact same way. Goofy, you're 100% the same way. You get off on just tearing somebody up, and then like
using a situation.
Yeah. Pause.
You know what's crazy, real quick about pause. Facts. That was crazy. But one thing that's crazy about Ray? You were saying Sosa and Ray are a little bit different. They're both threats to run the ball. But what's crazy to me about Ray is, and no shade to Ray, but
in the lab with the fake juke.
Natural talent on the stick for him is not there. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
He would disagree, but man, when he hits the open field, it's not like he's a dominant player, but it's not scary when he hits the open field. He'll rock his stick. He's gonna make the cut animations that he's not supposed to. It's weird that he really dominates the game with his mind.
That's exactly what it is.
Unique about Ray.
Yeah, there's no. If I'm being honest, it's just like how we say everything is calculated with Ray, and it's all mental for him. Like I don't think the system, and once that system works and he's in open field, I feel like I don't know. Hold on, wait, stick. I gotta take that back. Rewind. I saw Ray. I ain't gonna lie. I saw Ray play quarterback differently before. So, like, we see him always in the CCFL, like, play almost robotic. His game is, like, very, very textbook. Not gonna lie to you, I watched this man dominate. It was a tournament months ago, back last year. He figured out the mechanic to, you remember you could get right at the line, and as you were throwing the ball, it would pump fake, and then he could take off running.
Yep.
He did. Yep. I have the clip somewhere. He did that. Spent out, did a juke, I don't know how to explain it. It was so many, it looked like Juan, but at quarterback. So
that's crazy.
So I can agree with you when he's in the CCFL, yes. Outside of the CCFL, Ray's a different monster, brother. I'm not like I was about to agree, but I was like, dang, I do remember that time before the CCFL, he was different. Yeah. He was way different.
I'm curious to see if he brings that back out
That more playful
That's kind of
side.
the point.
That more playful side. Yeah, it's very entertaining when you have to see that more playful side.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a great question right here, and I want to hear somebody that when I ask this question, I don't want the typical answer. I want somebody that when you hear this question, you think the last person you would think of, not the first, because the first person is usually somebody that we already know. Who is the most underrated player in the league right now?
Okay. I can go. I personally think Lone Wolf Carter is a dog. If you line him up at his true position, he's not been able to really line up at his true position. He's lined up a lot at running back, which he's good at running back, but he's a wide receiver and really he's a DB. So,
Yeah,
but he does teach tape DB work. He's really good. He's one of the handful of corners that will play like true press coverage. He won't bite on your first move. Lone Wolf Carter is a solid DB. So that would be my answer, I think, for most underrated. Lone Wolf Carter.
Do you, when it comes to him playing running back versus receiver, what do you think is because if I'm being honest, um, there's
It's I think it's what we talked about earlier, where it's not natural to him. Like I don't think
uh,
that any running back in the CCFL, aside from like a handful, maybe it was natural to read the game and read like leverage and the holes and stuff like that, and understand like when a block is safe to run past, when it's not safe to run past. That takes some time, and the more experienced running backs, especially in Division 1, kind of have that down. Lone Wolf doesn't quite have that gap awareness that we were talking about. That's not quite in his bag yet at running back, but he is a solid receiver, and I would be excited next year if they can get their full lineup and get him where he wants to be, wide receiver, across from Von D at the other side, and Von D is another really solid wide
that
receiver.
was that
Needs
was
to step
literally
down.
about to be my answer. That was literally about to be my answer. Von D.
Yeah.
Hey man, shout out my boy Von D because you were actually about to be my answer. Von D. Um, I've watched a lot of your highlights and stuff, and I don't know if you in here, brother. You really ball out on a regular basis. I became aware of him when he played with Bully Ball. That's when I was aware of him, and the boy was just nice.
Yeah.
He's with the Raiders now, right?
Yep.
And I really want to know what Hulk Kush and Smooth and them had going on to release that guy, because maybe he wanted to go, maybe it was peaceful. I don't know, but
Yeah.
Von D was really good. He's still really good. I'm not sold on the Raiders as a collective. I think they have great players. I don't think that they have a true system yet. I don't think that they have a true identity yet, and that's why teams suffer in Division 1. If you don't have an identity, you're gonna die in Division 1.
For
Like
sure.
over,
I
are
also
you
think
talking about
that
like over the last 2 to 3 seasons,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
just this
yeah.
season?
It can be the last 2-3 seasons because sometimes it take a little bit of time for you to blossom into an elite player or a decent player.
Russ
So,
Bust.
oh brother, I have to
Who?
completely disagree. He said Russ Bus. I have to completely disagree.
that's underrated.
No, you're right. Underrated. You're right. Underrated. I was about to say okay. Yeah, underrated.
I've
Definitely.
seen Russ Bus pull off some great runs.
He's
I
so
think Russ
underrated.
Bus doesn't get enough credit for
Yeah,
his stick skill. His stick skill is elite. And
unmatched.
I think kind of, unfortunately for Russ Bus, he plays on the same team as you. And I think you take, maybe, don't take this to heart. I think you take a lot of the shine away. That's kind of the identity. When I
He
think
takes
about
a
the
big
Misfits,
load.
you're
No
the
diddy.
identity of
He
the
takes a
team.
big load.
But
I'm glad you said that.
Leave.
I'm glad
Chill
you
out,
said that.
Juan.
I'm glad you said that. It's crazy because a lot of the Russ. I wish Russ was here, and I wish my team was here. Majority of the time, I really could care less if I have the ball. I really,
As long as he's
No,
winning.
yeah, we know that playing you. Yeah, we
yeah,
know that.
I really could
If
care
you
less.
play you, we know.
Yeah, like I really could care less whether I have the ball or not. I really want, like, if when Russ was on the field, I was telling him, give him the ball. He ran out of bounds that play. Give him the ball again. But like y'all said on the pod, on the CCFL pod, they said playmakers make plays, and that's the only time I
Yeah.
want the ball. When we need a play, we need a playmaker to make a play. That's when I want the ball. And
Yep.
sometimes in those situations I don't, and that's where the frustration comes in. But at the end of the day, it's team sport, so you got to take it on the chin and keep going. But yeah, Russ Bus, I would, if I could, I'd give Russ West would have the ball in his hand 90%. I wish it was like before when you didn't have the stem drain. Oh man, Russ would have had the ball 90% of the time. I'd have been like, just keep running it to him because dude knows how to. He's one of those gap aware running backs. He's very aware of the gaps. He knows how to, and he knows when to use moves, and he knows when not to.
Yeah, that's what's underrated. I think about him is that I don't know. Maybe it's just when I hear his name, I think like of Jerome Bettis or something like that, like the bus.
Yep,
So I think he's going to be trying to run through people. He really doesn't. He plays with a lot of finesse,
yep.
especially when he's in the open field.
He's a lot like because if
D
I
Rose.
I think so too.
yeah. I was thinking more of like NFL comparisons. Because I was gonna say you're more like CJ2K Juan, and Fuego's more
I
like
think that's a good comparison.
yeah, and I
Yeah.
think Fuego's more like Adrian Peterson or Reggie Bush. He just gets out of there and gets gone. He just gets gone.
Yeah. One cutback.
Yeah, one cutback. But Russ Bus, he reminds me a lot of.
I like to think of myself as Barry Sanders person, and Fuego's Walter Payton.
I can't say that. I can't. Walter Payton is a great. So that is a great comparison. I think me and Stick got talked about that one time, and he said
Yep.
he called him Sweet Feet. But the reason why I can't say that Russ is like Jerome Bettis because, like I said, like you said, he has a lot of finesse.
No.
I would say he's more.
I see him as like, to be honest, Saquon.
I can give him that.
I
That
think- yeah, that's a
We
great
only
that-
use
for
Saquon
Russ
only
Bus, yeah,
uses
for
moves
sure.
when he needs it.
for sure.
When he's in the open field, Saquon doesn't do moves behind the backfield.
Nope.
Like Saquon
Yep.
hits the hole,
And then he
gets
gets
loose, and then he'll
he'll-
and I think Russ Bus is very, very similar. Yeah,
Definitely
I think
is.
That's a great comparison.
Goofy. Who's your most underrated player right now?
I gotta go with a lineman. You know, as part of one of the
Love to
linemen. I
hear
gotta
it.
go with
Love to hear it.
And this guy, you know, first thing you think of this team, you think of this guy is gonna probably be the number one person you gotta worry about on offense. And he's gonna probably block your best player, and he's gonna do it very well. I'm gonna go with Jada Man from the Trions. He is a
Great pick.
Oh.
Great pick.
defensive.
Great pick.
He's a great defensive force with that backbreaker. He's gonna make you worry. He sheds the right way, fills the gaps. You know, that's the really thing I really peeped in when I was watching film with him. He's like, it's very skilled. He's not one of those, you know, angered guys that just want to go after the quarterback and just kill him right after. He wants to wait a little bit, shed the right way, fill his gaps, help his defense as best way as possible, and just make the tackle for everybody. So I would say.
And
Okay.
Juan, you said your pick,
That's
didn't you?
good.
Juan, you said your pick,
Said
didn't you?
Russ Bus.
Oh, he said Russ Bus. That's right. That's right. And I said mine was Von D. I'm not gonna lie. Again, Von D. If you're watching, he crashing. Joker's on the game when I'm talking about Juan is crashing out. This is like this right here. You see what Juan is doing? Juan is literally on the show right now, and he's one of the problems with the community. This dude never turns the game off. That's why he's always gonna be at the top of the leaderboards. He's a leaderboard hog. I noticed that. Y'all check out the leaderboards. I can't wait till they bring the actual CCFL only stats for the leaderboards because
Ooh, yeah.
I mean Juan's still gonna be at the top, but you know it's gonna be guys.
I just say this: I'm number 2 in sacks, and I'm top 5 in rushing yards,
That's crazy.
and top 10 in win loss.
Grinding.
You should know number one though. It's gonna be Goofy. I mean, my stats got just resetted and stuff, but I just broke 201 sacks for the whole entire ration. I was like, I was gonna try to hit for 250 before the playoffs end, and that's probably my goal for the defensive wise.
I agree, Joker. Juan is a game breaker. All right. Now we're gonna move in. Now that we've gotten into the CCFL talk and talked about some teams, I would love to hear from my boy Sticks God, and y'all are free to chime in at any time. We're gonna move on to a segment called Who's That? We don't have a name for this segment. We never discussed the name for this segment.
No. The CCFL team comps.
Yeah, we're gonna do CCFL team comps. Who you want to? You want to start off with Division 1 or Division 3? We can go from bottom to top or top to bottom. It's up to you.
Division 1, please. I think these are a little bit more well thought out.
Yeah, for sure.
Division 1.
And you know what? We'll do the homework and we'll make sure we get even more in depth of as we go through. But let's go ahead and get started. Team comparisons to real life teams.
Yeah. Hey, and then yeah, if you guys disagree, uh, chime in. Let me know. If you're watching this and you disagree, please don't hit my DM talking about I disagree. Disagree in the comments, please.
Yeah, please disagree in the comments. That way we can discuss it.
Yeah. All right. So to start, I'm gonna go top to bottom. So to start, we got the Infernos. The Infernos, to me, this is my team. Maybe it's Bay Area, but the first thing that comes to mind is the 49ers. But that time when they first hired Jim Harbaugh, if you remember, the first time they hired Jim
Oh
Harbaugh,
nine.
their quarterback was, say again?
Was it 09? What? 08, 09?
I think I'm thinking 2011 ish. So
I'm thinking about Colin Kaepernick
they
era, like when they
no
beat the
Alex
Ravens
Smith
Super Bowl.
era, Alex Smith
Alex
era.
Smith era. Oh,
That
okay.
that that transition between Colin Kaepernick and Alex Smith, because Alex Smith, if you remember Alex Smith, especially early in his career, was mobile. They would run quarterback sweeps with him. They would
And on
run
the
him
Chiefs too.
a fair amount. Yeah, and he did it with the Chiefs a little bit more so on the 49ers. And I think of Greenlight kind of as Frank Gore, not necessarily in play style, though a little bit, but more so in that he was he's going into the Hall of Fame, right? Everybody knows that Frank Gore is going into the Hall of Fame. But
Amen,
man,
his
when you
son.
talk about dominant running backs of the 2010s, he is forgotten about. And usually, when great running backs around the CCFL are talked about, you get D Rose a lot, you get Fuego a lot, you get Juan a lot. But
Yams.
Greenlight just his
Yeah,
name doesn't come up. But when you're preparing for us, you're preparing for Greenlight, and
exactly.
we're a dominant team. And I think Frank Gore makes a lot of sense there.
I 100% agree. Um,
And I'll take Michael Crabtree. I feel like young Michael Crabtree.
1,000%. I'm
Hopefully, I don't
not.
run into Richard Sherman.
Super like Crabtree on me. That's the result you gonna get.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I don't
That's
want
like if
that.
y'all play the. No, I'm not. I'm stopped.
Nah, I agree with the
Y'all
Infernos
play blood.
49ers take. Um, I'm trying to. Oh, who would Darrow be though? That would be the because
Nah, low key, he's Michael Crabtree. Darrow be talking a lot. That's really the comparison, actually. Um, And I'm if you prepare for us or you watch our film, you know I'm usually the number two option,
but
which I'm
you
fine. I'll take
but
that. I
on
think I'm a
if I'm
number one
being
DB.
honest,
I'll take number two wide receiver.
if I'm being honest,
But
defensively, I mean offensively, that's what balances y'all out because you are a really good. You could be a number one option. That's easy, but
hey, thanks. I appreciate
defensively, that's where y'all are the. You got green light
it. Yeah,
at corner,
I think
not
so too.
cornerback, at linebacker, and then y'all have two great DBs in you and Darrow. So yeah, I don't know who the comparison. We'd have to go back and we're gonna have to go
Yeah.
back and look at the roster and see who y'all we compare y'all to. But that was a great comparison.
On defense, it's tough. It's tough. I like Patrick Willis as Greenlight. I think Greenlight fills that
Yeah.
role. If you hear Greenlight in game, Greenlight sounds like Patrick Willis. He's a kind
Yeah.
of a
I'm
quiet
gonna go
dude,
with the right
especially
side A
around the
gap.
community.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's him
In the
1,000%.
community, he's quiet, but on the field, he's loud, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you fuck up, Greenlight will let you know. Darrow will let you know more than anybody. You fuck up around Darrow. There wasn't a great comparison for cornerbacks that made sense, I felt like, for the team, so I stuck with really more offense.
Yeah. The offense is 100% on the money though.
The next, I'll take the Devils. So the
Ooh.
Devils, to me, reminds me, and this is modern day, like right now, even specifically last season, they remind me of the Bills. I think of Pat One of One
I
as a
disagree.
James Cook of.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
Okay,
Let
who
him
you
finish.
got? Well, yeah, okay. I think because I think of Ray as Josh Allen, and here's what I mean by that. I know he has a championship, but typically he struggles in the playoffs. I think Ray would admit that too.
Oh.
And much like how Josh Allen plays football, Ray plays it the same way where like he wants the ball. I don't know what Ray would tell you, but Ray wants the ball in his hands as much as possible, regardless of the talent around him. Even when the Bills had Stephon Diggs, James Cook, Deion Dawkins, like great options. They had the number one rushing attack this last season. They had the number one rushing attack in the NFL. They were dominating the Denver Broncos on the ground, and Josh Allen still dropped back to throw the ball like 40 times, even with a few turnovers. To me, and I know that sounds crazy, that That is Ray to me.
Yeah.
Ray does not want the ball out of his hands at all.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Now I want to hear Juan's take.
Yeah, what was Juan's? The
Current
Eagles?
day,
Don't tell me the Eagles.
yep, 2022 Eagles, 2023 Eagles.
Yeah. 2023. So you're talking about when they broke down.
Yep.
Man, that's a little bit of a shot, isn't it?
And I'm gonna go. Fuck.
I like that comparison. I think
I
Pat is really, really
give
good.
me
I don't think he's
2024
Saquon
Eagles
good.
when they won the chip. Give me 2024 Eagles when they
Okay.
won the chip.
I'm gonna.
Because you have so many ballers across the field. I think it matches their defense well.
Yeah.
I think it matches
I'll
their
agree
defense
with that.
well.
It does match their defense well. Like my comparison was
Like-
mostly offense only, and
The reason I'm
that
saying this is
Chiefs
Ray
result
can't
doesn't make
pass, and
sense.
it's Jalen Hurts. So I mean,
no, he can pass a little bit. Don't let him surprise you. He'll pass a little bit. He will pass a little. We forced him to. He'll pass a little bit.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts can pass a little bit too. It was a little shot at Ray.
I think both are great takes. I'm not gonna say passing is Ray's weakness, but that's not a part of it. That's not really a big part of his game plan. So, so like when you say like the 2023 Eagles, and you say the Bills, I can agree with both.
Say modern day.
Yeah, modern day Bills. Because when I thought about it, I thought about when I strictly thought about one player, and that was when the Bills had Marshawn Lynch early in his career.
Oh, okay.
That's what I thought about when. So when you said the Bills, I'm thinking that's exactly what I thought you was gonna say, and I was about to say, "Fuck yeah," because when he first came out, they really didn't show him as much love. But then once he broke out, he had a great season, and then they got rid of him.
Yeah.
But thankfully,
Yeah.
but that's the only reason why I was like, okay, that wouldn't have worked. But I see what you did there. Who we got next? 'Cause I think the next
Knights.
Ooh.
So I got the Knights next. And with this season, it's tough. I don't think they have a great identity this season. I think that's why they're a little bit behind, like where they maybe normally are. Normally they're a playoff team or definitely fighting for a playoff spot. I think their identity is a little messed up. And the reason is because Ace isn't at quarterback. So this comparison is more so with Ace at quarterback.
Okay.
I got rookie season Lamar Jackson. When they made the playoffs and then got bounced because he hadn't quite developed a passing game yet. That's not to say Ace doesn't have a passing game, but it's definitely not complete, in my opinion. It's not like when Lamar won the MVP in 2019, because that was a complete passing game. He was dominant through the air and the ground. And Ace isn't quite there at that level. I think when 11s come, maybe we see that. But right now, Ace is like a dominant quarterback with his feet specifically.
Okay. I agree with that, but I'm gonna give you my comparison, and this is what's about to shock y'all.
Go ahead.
Early 2000s Falcons with Michael Vick, Warwick Dunn, and I can't.
White. What's that dude's name? White.
Not Roddy White.
Roddy White.
No, Roddy White. I don't think was on that team. Roddy White was a little bit after that.
Not yet.
Yeah, he was on. He was the 2010s. I think he was 2010s, late 2000s receiver for them. I can't specifically remember, but I remember their play style. That's what they had. Michael Vick at quarterback. They had Warwick Dunn, which would be Ace. One Love Key would be the Michael Vick. He didn't throw as much back then, but he did have an arm. He could throw the ball really well.
Yeah.
But the only difference, it's hard for me. I want to give that comparison, but I feel like One Love Key is more like that same offense. But if like they were to get the older Michael Vick when he came out of prison, where he was throwing the ball way more.
Yeah, with the Eagles.
Yeah, with the Eagles. But
you got LaShawn McCoy as Ace. I could take that.
You know what?
Holiday as Deshaun Jackson.
That's right. We could switch that then. So we'll do the 2012, 2013 Eagles. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was when that's what I think that they are with One Love Key as their quarterback and Ace at running back. Speaking of them, I love the fact that Ace is, you know what I'm saying, up from under the quarterback. I know he didn't want to play there. Let's be honest. He did really good when he was at quarterback, but he never wanted to leave DB. And
right, yeah. And his quarterback would always mimic a DB for
yeah,
sure.
Yeah. and I think that hurt him a lot of times because he couldn't do everything that he wanted to do with you know what I'm saying, trying to build a quarterback that can play DB. I think that now he has a better chance being able to do what he wants to. We played them, and even though we lost them, when I played them, I'm not going to talk about how we got destroyed, but I played well. Like when I played well against them, my personal stats, I played well against them. The one series that I did play against them, but when I was watching, I really wasn't. I knew I wasn't like there to be like the game changer I usually am. I really was there because I had got called in because we were down people, and Ace played really good. I'm not gonna lie. Running back, great. Oh my gosh, shocked me. He looked like that looked natural for him playing running back. He was one of those guys. I feel like you give him 2 more seasons at running back, he might be in the conversation with top 5 running backs.
I think so too. Ace is a dog. Ace has been good at the game. He's been good at multiple different positions. I wouldn't be surprised if he.
Welcome to the chat, No Vanity. Appreciate you stopping by.
To move on, if we're good with that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. I got the locks. This one's a little different. I got the locks as the Jets, but the first 2 seasons with Mark Sanchez. I know that sounds rough.
No, that's perfect.
2 seasons with Mark Sanchez, they were in the AFC Championship, and they did it through a run game, and not with necessarily an explosive running back. No shade to the locks running back.
Because the trenches were so good. Nobody talks about the Jets' trenches.
They were so good with Nick Mangold. So to me, especially this season's Dasa clip, without like the speed edge guy, where he went with what he called his Trent Williams build, to me that looks like a Nick Mangold build, where he's getting to the second level a lot and getting a lot of pancakes on linebackers and safeties, which is what Nick Mangold did. And they're kind of working off of that with play action, which is what they did with the Jets in like 2009, 2010. They went back-to-back AFC championships. In that, they beat Peyton Manning, they beat Tom Brady, Ben Roethlisberger.
Goodness.
And then they scored.
Peyton Manning lost to that.
Talked about play, the butt fumble.
Yeah. And then it all kind of fell apart on one poor Thanksgiving.
Gosh, hearing that broke my heart.
And then next I got Flight.
Oh, goodness.
I got the Flight as the Colts between. I really like the Colts like 01 to 2009. Really.
Yep.
I know that's like a lot.
Like Marvin Harrison,
gap.
Reggie Wayne.
Yes, sir. Edgerrin James.
Who was that? Edgerrin James. Yep.
They have a stacked lineup. I'm not gonna lie. That looks.
Floto's like exactly. Floto's like a pure edge guy, and if you remember Dwight Freeney, his weakness, really the Colts' whole defense, and I think that comparison fits, but they were weak against the run, like super weak against the run until they needed it, and then once they tightened up against the run in that playoff run, that's when they went on to win a Super Bowl, when like Peyton Manning finally got some defensive help.
Yeah,
and to me that kind of sounds like the Pigeon arc, you know?
Definitely does. Go ahead, Goofy.
I feel like I don't have that much ball knowledge, but like I would say the Detroit Lions, they have Aiden Hutchinson as probably cover him as Floto. Then you got KJ, then you got Army, that was Say Brown, and JMO. I'll say that kind of covers it up a lot.
That's not a bad comparison.
That's the only thing I'll probably say.
I think if you look at it from what's the word, a surface level, and you're looking at it strictly from like today's game, yes, I can agree with that. But I think Sticks, that's so in depth, like the way you broke that down, like you had damn near the whole. That's basically the whole team. That's more than half the team that you named in with specific comparisons.
I put Mark at Jeff Saturday.
Oh, you said what?
Jeff Saturday.
Mark is Jeff Saturday.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, you really thought about that one. I think that is definitely the Pigeon arc though, like the way you explained it, 1000%. They just got their first. He got his first Super Bowl. What, like 4 seasons, 5 seasons, 4 or 5 seasons ago? Because they got 2 now.
Maybe. Yep. Yeah. They got 2 now.
Two. I think it was 2 seasons ago.
No, 2 seasons ago was D Rose and them. That was 2 seasons. Yeah, that was Almighty. And you're right. So that was 3 seasons ago that they got their first one. 3 seasons ago they got their first one,
Yeah.
and then they just got another one. This past season? So like, that's almost.
Floto on that like playoff run and in the championship, man, he was a lot of fun to watch. Obviously, the stream was from his perspective, so that's who you're watching.
Yeah.
But Floto played out of his mind those playoff series. That was so much fun to watch, and he didn't do it with the ball in his. He really didn't get to get the ball in his hands very much.
Yeah.
But as a D end, he was wrecking havoc.
I would like to see Floto back. I can't wait to see him back on the field. I know that there's some internal issues with that and some behind the scenes issues that we hope gets resolved really soon because Flight with Floto is a completely different team. Flight with Mark is a completely different team. Yeah, that's another person. Bring him, like getting Mark back on the field. Like seeing those guys back on the field would be amazing. They're a completely different team when those guys are on the field.
Yeah,
The
doubt.
like I got as far as like best because Floto's great on offense, but his defense is where like everybody's like, oh my gosh. Like when you see Floto on defense, you're not running his way. You know what I mean? Like you're trying to get away from that guy at all costs. And it's the same thing with Goofy, same thing with Baller, same thing with That's a Clip. It's only a couple guys in the league that you're like, I'm not running his way. And Floto is one of those guys. And Mark, offensively, from what I've seen over time watching him, he's not really loud in the community. He balls out too, though. On offense, he's going to give you that block that you need.
Well, and defense, so just his build and really like they can't afford to have like two Floto style builds on the field, and Mark kind of fills that other role. So like his weakness, of course, is going to be like stopping any outside like stretch runs or anything like that. But he's very dominant A gap to A gap. He's very good in that role. I know he plays on the end, but he'll throw the guard off and he will cover all the inside, and it makes when they're at full strength, it makes Pigeon's job at linebacker like way easier.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I can't. I can't wait for them. Oh, another one that falls into that category. Well, that's their whole line. Their Devils whole line. I think their whole line is amazing. Next comparison. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. So next, I have the Pirates. I got the Pirates, especially now as the Seahawks in the 2010s, right after they lose, and like the late 2010s, right after they lose Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn Lynch are the same type of player.
Let me get a round of applause for that, y'all. That's the best take he got all day. I love the comparison. That's the best one all day.
You just lost the game, bro.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Just really with play style.
That was terrible.
Not obviously Juan isn't like Marshawn Lynch. Juan is, I think Barry Sanders is a fair comparison. I think Gale Sanders is a good comparison. But Juan was the engine of their offense. Everybody that played him would agree.
Yep.
If you can take Juan out, then you can probably find a way to win. Now that that's gone, and everybody knew, even with Juan on the field, that Bezo was a dog. Bezo was really, really good, but he wasn't who you worried about. Similar to the Seattle Seahawks when they were going on the Super Bowl run, that like Russell Wilson at that time was good, but you're not worried about him
at all.
Like you're worried about Marshawn Lynch. You're trying to take Marshawn out the game. Then Marshawn leaves, and to me, the Bezo-Russell comparison just makes too much sense. I know that Ray was calling Bezo like the Texas A&M Johnny Manziel, which I understand because he does do that, right? He uses his legs to throw the ball. I think Russell Wilson makes a little bit more sense just because that was Russell Wilson's whole play style, and he couldn't do anything else.
Yeah.
So,
and I feel like
we saw that, right, when Russell Wilson got that calf injury and he couldn't use his legs, his production went way down. And I think if you took the legs away from Bezo, his production would drop out a lot.
Yeah,
I think he would struggle with timing routes.
I can agree with that. I watched them in the season. I watched a couple of their games, but the season opener specifically, when they played the Phantoms, I was shocked at how much they struggled to move the ball. And one of the biggest things that I was saying when I watched was, Bezo, you got to get out of that pocket and use your feet. Like you just got to get out of there and run. You just got to run because, like, you have PJ 216 Bless as your receiver. PJ is a great receiver, but Y'all didn't. They
DJ
came out
and
in
Burks
three.
remind me of Doug Baldwin and Tyler Lockett.
Yeah,
They're good. They're great down the field options.
yeah,
They're not great in the intermediate short options. And I
and
think that forces Bezo to play how he plays.
that's where he struggled at. He was trying to force a lot of passes, and especially like they know that you're not running the ball. That y'all don't have a running back now, and y'all
They
came
got
out with
Burton.
three. Y'all
They
came,
got Burks.
yeah, but they came out with three receivers. They didn't in that game. They came out with three receivers, and
Yeah,
y'all didn't
they've done it
have.
a lot this season.
Yeah, y'all don't have a lot of. If I'm being honest, y'all don't have weapons like that can diversify y'all's game plan. Like when people see y'all, it's like, okay, who do they have on the roster? All these guys are receivers. Who's gonna be like? Okay, so we know to bring out just like DBs because we know they're not gonna be able to really run the ball, or they could a team could just say, hey, I'm bringing out four linebackers or three linebackers that I'm gonna have my guys on the line. Then I'm gonna bring somebody who's gonna be able to just rush to give them no time to throw the ball, which most hated does a lot of the times if y'all watch. But that's what like the Pirates struggle with. I think it's the personnel issue and like the builds not being cohesive, and they got to get it together because they got to find an identity outside of Juan now.
Yeah. Next, I have the Cyclones. The Cyclones is tough without Drippy at running back. With Drippy at running back, I thought of them as the Jaguars in the mid 2000s, like
Maurice Jones-Drew.
2006 to
And Merce
2008,
Drew.
and Fred Taylor.
Fred
They
Taylor.
had a two-back
I
system,
forgot they had Fred
power
Taylor.
and speed option. Yeah. So they had a little bit of a power and a speed option, and that was the engine of their offense, similar to how they had Drippy, and then they would go to whoever they kind
Corey.
of rotated a lot at
Corey
fullback.
Slime.
Beckett, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. And that's that's how they won games, was just running the ball and like real power run.
hard nose.
Which to me sounded like the Jags in the late 2000s.
No, that's a great comparison. I ain't gonna lie.
I like the comparison, but that's disrespectful to Dill.
What do you mean?
No, I agree. So because Dill he's not Byron Leftwich. Dill is a great quarterback, but he wasn't forced to be a great quarterback last season. This season, he is being forced to be a great quarterback, and that's why we lost to him. Honestly, is because
Yeah,
and I'm sure Dara would admit this too. We got picked apart like for the first time all season, and we played some great quarterbacks this season. But for the first time all season, we got picked apart, and it was by
Dill's a
Dill.
hell of a passer. I think he's
Yeah,
not the top three passer. It's obviously Pigeon at one,
yeah.
and then I like throwing Dill in the top three conversation all the time. To be honest,
it's crazy.
I agree.
Kaze Kage Dill is in here
Especially
right
after
now, and he's
playing.
saying, "Appreciate y'all boys."
love you, Dill. Love you, Dill.
Yeah.
I haven't had a
Yeah,
chance
man,
to see him a
he's
lot,
apart.
so I'm just tuning. I'm just listening now because I haven't seen him much.
Yeah. Well, hey, man, to be honest, us either. And then when we were watching film, they were still, like the game before ours, they were still very, very run heavy. And then against us, they came out and shocked us. And I mean, it was a great game plan. They went like real pass heavy. And it took us, the second series, we finally adapted. We were able to take it away. We were able to like employ the right coverage on the back end. That first series, man, was tough. It was really tough. And it was all because, Dill, a lot of quarterbacks, like you can kind of, as a DB, let's say somebody's running a post route, all right? So, boom, right on the break, they're open. I don't think there's a quarterback right now that's good enough to throw it right on the break, pigeon included. And like, for a half a second, I can be out of phase. Like, I can be away from the ball, and I'll be fine because he won't throw it. Except for Dill. Dill was the first one who, like, on the break on the post route was throwing it and leading his receiver, boom, hitting him in a bucket. So it's like, oh, I got to be in phase through the whole route.
It's
I haven't
hard.
seen that before.
It's hard, especially with the dynamic field awareness. Ooh, goodness.
No doubt.
No, that's a great comparison. You just unlocked something in me. I'm going to go watch them now. I can appreciate a great quarterback. I can appreciate a great quarterback that knows how to, read the route, the route as it's developing, and then hit it on the money. So he says rewatch week one. Great, I'll go do that. I'll be watching week one from. We're gonna see. because I haven't had much chance to watch the Cyclones lately. So I'm gonna give y'all a chance. We might have y'all be a spotlight game of the week coming up soon.
Yeah, no, man, they were impressive for sure. They were impressive, and they definitely did it in a different way. The reason I went with the Jags comparison is just because last year's was their best season for sure. They made it to the championship, and I was trying to think how did they
8-15
make it to the
Shiesty.
championship, and that was kind of
I'll
that's
get you at
how I
8-15
thought they
Shiesty.
did it.
He said, "No, don't do it. We ain't worth it this season."
Are we doing Division 2 and Division 3 as well?
Not today.
I'm just
Not
doing
today.
D1
He's just doing D1 today.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna come back the next weekend and do the D2, and then the following weekend we'll do D3.
Yep. So I got the Raiders as the Browns win. They had Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham. They still weren't very good, but you had those two pieces, and those were kind of the stars of the show. It was a lot of fun to watch. I think the Raiders are a lot of fun to watch, but they still weren't winning a lot.
Yeah,
So that's why I got them as the Browns when they had Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham.
that's a great
And
comparison.
I like
two being
I like to think of the Raiders as like the Raiders back when they had Carr.
Yeah, but they never had like a two options at receiver, and I think that right now they do have two options at receiver because I thought of that too when they had Derek Carr and like Amari Cooper his first like 2 seasons, and Amari Cooper was kind of coming onto the scene, but I was like, man, who is their number two? And it was like there wasn't really anybody impressive ever as the number two option there. And then when they had Carr and Devontae Adams, still didn't have like a number two.
They had
So I thought of that too.
no. Hunter
Hunter
Renfro.
Renfro. Yeah, that's fair. Hunter
My
Renfro
wife
was a
would.
dog for sure, but yeah, putting on.
That's what I'm out of my game
No,
after.
but yeah, fair.
He said, "That's why I'm out of my game after."
And Switzer, Beasley.
I don't know, man.
I don't think, but they're not like. So who do you think on their team plays?
They had
like
Jacobs on
Hunter
that team as
Renfro?
well.
Yeah,
Along
they
with
did.
Carter
They
play
had
running
Josh
back.
Jacobs. But okay, so when I was making like, I was thinking of Lone Wolf Carter as like a
Right.
wide receiver
Wide receiver?
first, because that's like, yeah.
Yeah, I was talking about current day. Yeah, you're correct.
Okay, I mean if he's at
No, they have
running
Carter
back,
running
I like
back.
the. If he's at running back, I like the Raiders comparison with Derek Carr. I like the Raiders comparison with Derek Carr and Amari Cooper then because and no shade to the Raiders second receiver right now. You know, keep grinding, doing your thing. I think Von D was like kind of that guy, and I think Von D with especially like being brand new to the team reminds me a lot of Amari Cooper. I think that they were just as surprised that man Von D was giving us work when we played him. He was giving out work.
Yeah, when he played for Bully Ball, I'm not gonna lie. That's why. So I think that both comparisons were really good, and it's fair to say, okay, well, Von D is new to the team, so that Amari Cooper, being the new guy and playing, you got to kind of come into that role. But I would have had to put. I almost said it's like 49ers when. Was it 49ers?
49ers with Debo, Ayuk.
Yeah, I think that's the team that I'm thinking of. I was trying to remember the receivers, but I think y'all's comparisons were really good. That was the Raiders. Did that cap off? No, that's not it. Continue. What's if y'all had
There. I got two more teams. So I got the Misfits.
Uh-oh.
I had a real hard time coming up with a comparison for you guys. So help me out if you can. I got the Cardinals when they have a young Larry Fitzgerald.
I can't say that. Cozy.
I think so. Larry Fitzgerald, I think of as. Yeah. No. I'm not done. So, but if you remember, the Cardinals had Larry Fitzgerald and Anquan Bolden.
Yeah.
Oh,
And Anquan Bolden was a dog his young years.
he's not wrong.
The
I can agree with
problem
that.
I had was I didn't like so the Cardinals quarterback was Matt Leinart in this like era that I'm thinking of.
I remember him.
And I was like,
He was considered a bust. He was considered a bust because like he never really had any success, and he got hurt a lot if I'm not mistaken.
yeah.
Not a bad
Yeah, he was a
comparison.
bust.
Not a bad comparison. I'm not.
My comparison would be 2014 Lions.
With
Megatron
Megatron?
Lions.
and Golden Tate.
Oh, Megatron and Golden Tate. I like that. Especially
I can't
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
I can't agree because if you were talking about when I played with bully ball,
1,000-yard receivers that season.
but I'm saying if you would have been talking about like when I played with bully ball, I can agree because that's exactly who we would have been. You know what I'm saying? They had me as in Megatron, but like I can agree with stick guys because now
Hey,
like I'm not really I'm not a
Megatron
hit,
gets credit for being a deep threat,
but I'm not.
but
That,
dude could do it on the short, intermediate, and deep level. Nobody talks about that.
That's
Nobody
true.
talks about
That's
him
very
running
true.
stick
That's
or
really
dig
true. He
or
could.
throw route
His
and come back to the football and high pointing it.
Yeah, if you watch Calvin's highlights, he has one of the nastiest slant routes against Patrick Peterson.
I saw that one. Yeah,
My
I watch it a lot.
God, that was a thing of
I watch his
beauty.
highlights a
That was
lot.
thing of
That's
beauty.
literally who I wanted to
Yeah.
be when I came into the league.
And then you're
But-
great at tracking the deep ball too. So was Megatron.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just,
So was
it's
Larry
just.
Fitz, though.
But yeah, and that's what I was about to say. That's the only reason why I say like I feel like where I'm at now, like as far as like when I do play, because I haven't played much this season. I been handling personal business with the family, but now I'm more like he said, Larry Fitzgerald. But and I literally can just go back into the vault and go dig up my build and be Megatron any day of the week. But like right now, I am more of a Larry Fitzgerald, and I get where you're coming from, Juan, because I know you probably have watched our film, and I do track the deep ball very well still, even without Skyscraper. But immediately I think of Skyscraper when you say Megatron. So I'm like, no, don't say that. You better set me back 6 months. I've been trying to get away from that for the last 6 months. But nah, I can agree with the Larry Fitzgerald. It's hard for me to continue to identify with the Megatron. If anything, I would have said more like Malik Neighbors. If I was anybody of like current day, because he tracks the deep ball very well, but
He does.
but he like he's not really like head tapping people. He just tracks it very well. But I think both are very good comparisons. Me personally, I just hate to hear the Megatron now until I
Yeah,
until listen up until I bring my Skyscraper back out. When I do,
Yeah.
then Juan, I want you to be the first one to say he has returned. Be the first one to say he has returned because I'm literally it's coming back. 11 is on the way. It's coming back. I'm going right back to what I do because I can't wait. I can't wait till we get back to because there's a conversation that's got to be had moving forward. But go ahead with your last prediction. Last comparison.
So, last one, I struggled on this one a lot. I got the Twin City Phantoms. I was trying to think of like to me the Twin City Phantoms are a pass happy team, the good defense, and like historically in the NFL, there's not very many of those. So if you guys got comparisons, I'm all ears. I've struggled a lot with this one. I mulled this over. I couldn't come up with like one that I was happy with. Because offensively, I think of them similar to kind of the modern day Cincinnati Bengals. No shade to their O-line, but that's just how I think of them. I think that they have a weakness. I think that weakness is their O-line.
Who is
and
their
their run
quarterback again?
I think of them as like the 0-1 Saints with Marquise Colston
game. Okay.
and Ricky Williams.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
DJ
Okay.
Tuval was a dog, and Ricky Williams could catch the ball in the backfield really well.
Yeah. Yep. That's a good comp. Yeah,
And
I would-
the offensive line couldn't get him over the hump.
I would have. Who's their quarterback again? Before I make this comparison, who's their quarterback again?
In 0-1.
I'd have to look.
No. I'm talking about the Phantoms.
I
I'm
don't
talking about the
remember
Phantoms.
off the top of my head.
I'll fade.
Fade. I was gonna give them when CMC was with the Panthers.
Panthers? Mm,
That's what I was gonna give them.
okay.
That's because
They had Kelvin Benjamin.
yeah. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's the only that was like I was trying to remember who their quarterback was. And when you said fade, I'm like, oh shit.
Honestly, you could go the Saints with Michael Thomas and Mark Ingram.
Yeah. You talk about when Mark Ingram was like kind of the number 2 option behind
Yeah.
Kamara, or Mark
Yeah,
Ingram,
yeah.
Ingram?
Yeah, when they
Yeah.
the punch and go. Like
Yeah.
Kamara was
Okay.
obviously the main pass catcher out of the
D. Shiesty,
backfield.
we're doing that in
Mark
2
Ingram
weeks.
was with your third down back.
D. Shiesty in the chat.
Yeah,
What's the
yeah,
Guardians comparison?
yeah.
Or I miss it? Nah, you ain't missing. We doing that in 2 weeks.
I like that.
Yeah, that's a great one. I think with a lot of these comparisons, they're subjective. They can be switched around because there's like there's. I don't want to say there's like archetypes because I don't know how to explain that, but there's almost like archetypes to teams. Like there's multiple types of the same archetype with the teams that fall into that category. But let's get more specific about players. Because we did a couple player comparisons, but now let's get into like real player talk.
Bet.
Specifically, who is the best player in the league right now by position? So
Okay. Do you want to do wide receiver slash DB is, or do you want to do best wide receiver is, best DB is?
I want to split because there's that is a slippery slope and there's different types of play styles. So we're gonna go receiver,
No doubt.
DB,
Okay.
2-way. So who's the best 2-way? You know what I'm saying? We can do that we can do that throughout. So like with linemen, we can go best. We can't just do one lineman because
O lineman, D
lineman.
lineman.
Yeah, and then we can also if it's up to y'all if y'all want to do whole line like because like the Devils line, I can't really see. I like the Devils like linemen individually, but I think they work best as a collective. So like you know what I'm saying? So like because it's not like individually like they're like these. Oh my gosh, this player. Nah, collectively, while one's doing something else, the other one is doing something else, and it works together so we can. We'll go through. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Let's start off with quarterback though. Number one, who's the best quarterback in the league right now? Anybody can start out.
It is
Pigeon.
Yeah, it's Pigeon. I think that this is a quick debate. If you're throwing another name out there, it's just because you want to be fancy. You want to try to show off, but it's Pigeon.
I agree.
Respectfully, I think it's a toss up between two people, and because of the level of competition, it's harder to say that with Sosa. Although I do agree. Overall, right now, because he's playing the best competition, it is Pigeon.
And with no help, both of his weapons are gone. Mark and
I'm sorry, I can't agree with that. When you have KJ on your team,
KJ and Army, he still has weapons. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
but he doesn't have the weapons he has.
He has Yams. What are we talking about? He has Yams.
Yams isn't playing right now.
Yams has been out.
Oh,
that's why they've been struggling so much. This has been a rough season for
Reel it back in. I'm wrong. Okay, so doing more with less, I can agree.
Carry.
Yeah, doing more with less. Yeah, I understand
Pigeon has the ability to switch his play style like any other quarterback in the game. He can run the ball heavy. He can take off. He can kill you on the passes. I think he changes his play style season to season just because of how his team is playing.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that. I think, and I only throw Sosa's hat in there because he doesn't get talked about a lot. Because most hated. You know who we know who they're talking about when we bring up most hated is Fuego. But I think it's the brilliant mind of Sosa gets overlooked a lot because they are a run heavy. But I think that more so is because Pigeon he has the ability to do more. You know what I'm saying? Based on like his players. I mean, you got Fuego on your team. You don't have to do more. You just do what you do what's necessary to win.
Exactly. That's not to say Sosa can't do more. It's that he hasn't had to show that he can do more.
Yeah.
Pigeon has.
Pigeon has.
Had to show that
he's been forced to. He's been forced to for sure. All right. I'm gonna get messy here. I'm about to get messy here, and I didn't want to.
Other than the Fuego, you're tripping.
Huh?
If you say anybody other than the Fuego, you're tripping.
No, I'm not even going there yet. We're still on quarterbacks, brother.
We're still on quarterbacks.
Who's the worst quarterback in the league right now? Worst quarterback that you've seen?
worst. Okay, I thought we were moving on to the best.
Nope, we're gonna. I was gonna say let's just stick to the best. No. Let's go. Who's
The
the worst?
entire league, D1, D2, and D3.
Yes, sir. Worst quarterback
I
that
got
you
one
come
for
across?
Matt.
Oh man. Okay, so
I'm that Matt.
Matt. Yeah, he took that long break. He's back. That's fair.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not
somebody.
anymore.
That boy Juan retired him.
Yeah.
Goofy. Who do you think the? I'm sorry. Before we continue, Goofy. Who do you think the best quarterback in the league is?
Yeah, that's fair.
I already agreed with Pigeon, honestly. Yeah,
Okay.
he has that longevity. He's a vet, and everybody knows him for his pass game. So I would say
Okay.
Pigeon.
Okay. All right. Now, you say that it's I'm that Matt. It's funny because the conversation behind I'm that Matt, it started with me. I in the off season, I was like, I seen him streaming college football or something. He was playing something. I said, hey, Matt, new season coming up. You should come on back. You know, we could use another great quarterback in the league. I was like, and if possible, if we could, you know, Most Hated would love, not Most Hated, Misfits would love to have you. And I was like, I don't know how that would work because Pharaoh's our quarterback, and I wasn't trying to replace him, but I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I was going to be gone this season. So I didn't know what we would be doing as far as like our roster. You know, and I thought another great player like him would, you know, be able to fit in. Boy, I'm glad we didn't get him. I'm glad we didn't get him. Oh my god, I'm so glad we didn't get him. I saw him play. I heard him how he was playing out. They was like, yeah, that guy sucks. I'm like, who? I'm talking pub lobbies. I'm joining parties on PlayStation. They're like, man, who this new quarterback is, bro? He's trash. I'm like, who are they talking about? Somebody talking about something. They're talking about Matt, bro. They messaged me. They talking about something. He's talking about Matt. I'm like, oh snap. I was like, nah, bro. He just came back. Give him a chance to warm up. Yeah, Juan retired him after that. The next thing I heard, Juan was retiring him. I seen a rant video. Moving on. Let's move on to this before it get ugly. Best running back. 1, 2, 3. Fuego.
Yeah.
We're gonna bundle this in with running back, linebacker.
Okay.
Juan, put your hand
between Juan and Greenlight.
I was about to say, Juan, put your hand down because it's if we're being honest, that is probably the hardest position for us to pinpoint one person. Juan, Greenlight, Fuego,
Rose.
D Rose.
Yeah, Rose.
Those four right there. It's so hard to decide. I've watched all of y'all. Even like when D Rose has had like rough games offensively, I'm telling you, I've never seen him have a bad game defensively. Never. Like he's very consistent. Greenlight, very consistent. Greenlight is one of those guys. He's almost like Ray Lewis. You hate to play him. He's gonna talk to you. He's going to talk to you.
Yeah.
He's gonna have something to say. You hear him. Fuego not talking as much. Fuego, honestly, he put a suit and tie on and goes to work. Juan is such a troll.
He's gonna talk.
He's gonna talk. He's gonna talk.
I'm probably gonna talk the most of all four of them.
And I think Juan is the most toxic linebacker in the league. I'm stamping it. Juan is the most toxic linebacker because he will. His ball knowledge allows him to be able to see certain things, and he's in the backfield as soon as the play starts. I see all of them do it.
Every time I played a team, I've called out their plays more than 50% of the time.
Yeah, I watched y'all's games a lot this season, and that's why I said that you're so toxic as far as like ball knowledge, accompanied with him trolling. Like he's telling folks like, "Hey, this is what's about to happen." I'm telling y'all, this is what's about to happen. Come on. He's getting his players not only, and that's what makes a great leader. He's able to translate it to like, you know what I'm saying, actually being a leader. He's telling his team this is what's going on. So four linebackers we got. For best linebacker, we got four of them. I mean, and I'm not upset with that at all. Goofy, You kind of quiet back there. Who you think is? You agree with the four linebackers?
I mean, I would say so. Yeah, four. I mean, it depends how you guys rank them, and depends on every single linebacker has a different ability to do something great and other person's weakness. But I would agree with those four honestly, with how their different play styles are
Do you have
and how
anybody?
they connect.
Do you have anybody that you would put at number one though? Other because it's hard for me to put somebody at number one, but it might not be hard for you, especially playing with Fuego as your linebacker. Shit,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
I would
saying?
say
You get to see him all the time.
I would unfortunately not put. I would first person I'll probably put out is D Rose. You know, half of the plays with his build is him having no stamina
Yeah.
and being very slow. So I would be if he's a factor only 50% of the plays, and those out of those 50 he makes 10% of those plays. Like it won't be that much of a factor of being top four.
Hmm.
You know, so I'll put him
Damn.
out
All
there.
right.
Then Green Light, like I haven't watched him. I can't really say nothing. So
Okay, I can
that's like a
respect. I
blank for
respect
me.
that. I respect that though. If you haven't watched, I can respect that.
Juan, he's legit the heart of that defense on D3. He's legit the heart of it. It's him, D Shiesty, and I haven't think of anybody else on their team that has made a really great defensive play for them to something great. I was watching with Ray doing film over them, and he was like he's pointing out a lot of great stuff. Juan is legit making 90% of their plays and other people's mistakes. He's filling up for them, and I'll put him probably over Fuego at linebacker with him helping his team so much, and that's a great thing for him and his team. Then I'll put Fuego at two since he has the speed, he has the IQ for it. Obviously, he can tell the gaps. He's telling people where to go, and then he predicts the plays. But the only difference between them two is how heavy he is on linebacker for Juan on his team.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
So you
agree with
said,
that.
how do we rank them? I was ranking them because most of the time, if we're being honest, most of the time the linebackers blitzing, right? Like
Yeah.
most of the time. So I'm thinking, my thought process was, who do I trust one-on-one in the backfield with Bezo or Pigeon? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's you need a sack. You need it. And it's hard to bring those two down. And so that's why I was like, well, Greenlight does that for us for sure. Greenlight's great at breaking down and making that tackle. I know Juan does it because he did it on us quite a bit. And then Fuego's Fuego. And a lot of disrespect towards D Rose, but D Rose does that too. D
D
Rose
Rose
is
does it
great
amazing.
at getting
He's
back there.
amazing at it.
I mean, I'm gonna counter argument. I think D Rose is a great running back, but Sticks God knows what happened against Almighty that playoff game.
Yeah.
Kind of like it wasn't a factor.
Yeah. No,
If
he
you're
wasn't. They didn't rely on him at
That's
all.
the part of it, man. It's like I feel like he's the less factor out of all these four. He's the less one, honestly.
That's
I mean,
I think it's
I think a linebacker's job is to we're obviously blitzing, but I think it's the ability to notice when they're running and when they're passing.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like my thing is I'm just gonna look at the last three plays. Has the running back blocked? Has he ran the ball? And
Mm-hmm.
like that's just what I look at. If I see the running back's got the ball and then he's blocked the last play, or he's blocked the last play, blocked somebody, he's not getting the ball. If they go RPO mesh, the quarterback's getting the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I think about it. Like my knowledge like that is just I feel like it's unparalleled.
All right. So we're gonna go.
Yeah.
We're gonna move on, and this is gonna be the one that it's gonna sting a bit. Who's the best receiver in the league? I'm not even playing this season for real, so I'm not even. This isn't like if we're being honest.
Lord, okay.
Man, I really like putting KJ in that conversation. Now, I
Agreed.
don't know if he's top, but I like putting KJ in that conversation. He's usually outshined by Army, but on their championship runs, KJ was kind of their third down guy. KJ
Yep.
bailed them out
Yep.
a couple of times on some big plays. So if you're winning championships, bailing your team out on third down, I think you have a case to be the number one receiver.
Yeah,
love
and
KJ.
I think the wide receiver room got a little bit smaller this season with me not playing as much.
Mhm.
Swank really hasn't been playing as much.
Yeah.
He is a good player.
And if we're being honest, at all times we've always been top three in the conversation
Yeah.
of wide receivers. Swank is top three in two-way as a two-way. So that shrunk the room a
Yeah,
lot.
GCU.
Respectfully though, I'm gonna have to go between Cozy and
Like
Twitch
Cozy.
Pecan Pac-Man, Twitch
Okay.
Pac-Man, whatever his name is. I don't know how to
Yeah.
say it. The boy, the reason why I put Twitch in there, Cozy is great on all levels, and a lot of people don't understand. Like with Cozy, I'm gonna advocate for my boy real quick. Cozy can do all three levels. Short routes, you give him that ball. Once he catches that ball, he can literally get you another. He can get you a touchdown, or he can get you that first down just off stick work. He's one of the stickiest Pauls. He's one of the stickiest receivers out there. Twitch though, let me tell you something. This boy came into the game with his own play style. I've never seen nothing like this. He came in. D Shiesty, yes, you're top three, but I'm talking about like right now, as far as like he came in. This is the first person I've ever seen just stand at the line and say, "Throw me the ball." He catches the ball at the line and then goes and runs you a touchdown. Like I've never
Yeah.
seen. You know what I'm saying? I don't see that a lot. A
I
lot
would
of guys.
disagree. I would not switch up there honestly at all.
Ooh.
When he goes against great D, hold on.
No, no,
When he goes against
I'm hear
great
you out. I'm
D-
gonna hear you out. I'm gonna hear you out.
Okay. I know there's some faces. I mean, y'all gotta listen to this. When he go against great DBs, we watch film. There's a lot of stuff to his route tree, right? But with that, a counter is the hints. You can tell. I don't want to say out loud because if we go against him again, he's gonna pick up on that. But
Yeah.
a lot of hints is when he goes, different route runs. There's always a counter to it. He
Yeah.
goes. I don't know how to say it, but there's a tell to his routes. Where he's
Okay,
going
got you,
with
got
it,
you, got you.
There's always a tell with Cozy, with KJ. You don't know what he's gonna do. He's going to the
They
middle
set
of
up.
the
They
field.
set up every route they do
Yeah.
the exact same way, and that's what makes a great receiver.
Yeah.
So wait, just give me a second. I threw Twitch in there because he's one of the newer guys. We always say the same guys over and over. That's honestly, in my opinion,
Fair.
the top guys are never gonna change. So you know what I'm saying?
I
Being
think Twitch is on his way up.
Yeah.
I like Twitch as a pick for sure, and I agree that he plays like a unique. So and you're starting to see it in D1 actually, where a lot of teams are doing that, like take one step and then just wait.
Yes.
And so you're almost like, did they lag out? And then they catch the ball. Now you're just one-on-one in the open field.
Yeah.
And if they have the stick work, it's tough to bring him down.
and that was
And
it.
I do think Twitch was the one who I saw start that.
That was the first time I had seen it. I think somebody said Lash was doing it a lot too. But
Yeah.
if I was to, I'm not gonna say that he's because I asked who the best was. I'm not gonna say he's the best, but he's definitely a dog.
Definitely inching his way up towards the list.
Yeah, he's moved his way. He's definitely in my top 10 now, as far as I can see. But it's in my opinion though, KJ still number one. D Shiesty, Lash is up there. Jay Get Up in it is. I saw him with the Hellcats recently, and he really balled out. Army. Me personally, I can't put Army in the wide receiver conversation because I really don't see Army as much on the offensive end as much as I see him on the defensive end.
Yeah, I agree.
I see more of.
The best DB I was throwing on.
I always see KJ on the offense. I see KJ occasionally on the defense, but I always see Army
They're
on the defense.
flip-flop. Like they're flip-flop. You'll see Army on offense sometimes. You'll see KJ on the offense or the defense sometimes. You'll see Army a lot on defense and you'll see KJ a lot on offense. And they're flip-flopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like other than that, like I it's hard for me to add oddly gifted. I don't think that oddly gifted is trash at all. I think he's an amazing.
He's not in a good situation.
He's just right. It's just like it's not like he's trash or anything. Like it's not like he's not deserving of being on the list. The man just is in a situation where he's not getting reps for real too often. I've seen oddly gifted ball. I've tried to guard him before. I couldn't. He barbecued me. That's just respect. Just being honest, bro. Like I'll never sit here and try to like lie and say like somebody's not like that. That man is like that, but he's in a situation where his offense doesn't require him to be that guy on the team. So you know what I'm
I
saying?
think
Like,
Ray would admit that too, because Ray, I was talking to Ray, and man, so Oddly ran like an out, and if you play Oddly, you know his routes. So he does
His
like the
routes vary.
same out
He'll
routes that
double
it
set.
always
He'll
runs.
do the double setup all the time too.
Yeah. So he starts on what looks like kind of like a lazy slant route, and then double sets up. Boom, he breaks out, and I was still in pretty good position. Like if he threw it, I think I get a pick, and then but I'm breaking on it because I'm thinking like he's definitely gonna throw it, and then he broke up and was down the sideline wide open on an out and up, wide open. I'm nowhere near him, and Ray's Bill just couldn't get the ball to him. He missed him totally.
I
And
know
I
that
was
had
like,
your heart like, oh, thank
ooh-wee.
God, thank God.
Yeah. I did the DB, you know.
I'm not gonna lie.
Incomplete.
That's like literally one of the only people that I can always put in the wide receiver conversations, and I know for a fact like he's not the guy that his position is solidified on the list, but his role is like he's not in that role though. Like if he was on another team with like if he was on flight, he would be probably if we're being honest, him and KJ together would probably be the deadliest duo in history of the CCFL. Yeah. But that's like me and Koji, like they would go well, that's different because me and Koji we can switch it up. I think they both can do it as well. It's not a lot of receivers.
Your quarterback can't make more than one read it down. Simple.
Right. That's what
y'all are limited because of y'all's quarterback play.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah,
we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that another time.
Receivers in the game. Your offensive line is stacked. I get you to have a run game because Russell is gone, but you need to make plays. Calling you out.
Okay, we're gonna talk about that later. Hold on to that. We're gonna put a pin in that. We're gonna talk about that. It won't be this episode though. We're gonna get each other's schedules, figure out when we can do this again though soon because this is a great. This conversation is great. Next, let's go linemen. Go 3 linemen. You go three best linemen that you know. Offensive linemen.
I got Clip this season. Clip. I got Gunther. Gunther makes a pure O line. Nah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Dog.
I'm so sorry to cut you off.
Gunther's a pure offensive line.
We didn't do DBs. We didn't do DBs.
Put him in a lineman.
We didn't do DBs.
But that's what. Okay. DBs.
I think the
wait one. We gotta go DBs. We forgot DBs. I'm sorry. Thank you, D. Shiesty.
On 3. Hey, everybody, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Army.
Yeah,
it's Army for me.
Army.
It's Army for me. What month is it right now? 5 months ago, we would have said a different answer though. Me personally, I would have said a different answer.
100%.
5 months ago, we would have said a different answer. But it would have been like right there. It probably would have been like right there for K's and Army. Those are only 2 guys. Well, I've never feared anybody. Like when I see a DB on the other side, there's nobody who just like strikes fear into me or makes me think like Army's the only one that makes me second guess. Like fuck, what am I gonna do? Because he the guy literally knows how to play me. Like when I was playing the deep ball, when I was strictly playing the deep ball, I promise you that was the only person when I would see like that. I know I'm about to go. You know I'm about to run straight. I know I'm about to run straight. My quarterback knows I'm about to run straight. The whole defense knows I'm about to run straight. Army's the only one I'd be like, I don't know if I'm gonna catch this one. I don't know if I'm gonna catch this one. He's the only one. I never had that issue with K's. Somebody who I also thought was a top 3 DB, Joker. I never had that issue with Joker. Only person I ever had that issue with was Army, and it frustrated me.
What make the difference between Army and Case is the ability to bait. Army would lock your ass up. Case would just bait a pick.
Yeah,
Case is probably the best. He's the best baiter.
And that's what bothered me the most is because he would literally run foot with me anywhere I would go. He was right there. Case would try to bait, and I knew he was trying to bait, so I could kill him with my. I could get better. Right, exactly. I'd outposition him and catch the ball. While we're on the subject of DBs, somebody else slept on as a DB. This is a guy who I've been. We've mentioned him earlier this season. I mean, earlier in the talk. Quiet Boogie.
Yeah.
He shocked me.
Yeah.
He shocked me.
Yeah.
He shocked me.
Yeah, for sure.
I knew he could play DB. You know what I mean? But he shocked me this season. I've been seeing him play really good. Another DB that's really been standing out. He got grilled when they played when he played for Most Hated was D Shiesty. This season D Shiesty's been playing some really good defense. And this last person I'm about to shout out, I watched some film. I didn't tell anybody I was watching their film. Sticks God.
Hey,
You've been playing your ass off, my boy. You've been playing your ass off, my
I
boy.
appreciate it.
I went back and watched some of y'all film, specifically when y'all played. I seen a clip where you caught a pick, and then I went and watched that game, and then I watched the game after. I can't remember. I have to go back and look.
Was it the Knights?
Yes.
Yeah.
I watched.
Yeah,
I
that's
went.
one of my favorite plays of the season.
Yeah, I went back and watched that, and I was like, let me go see what they've been doing. You and Daro, I'm not even gonna separate y'all. You and Daro,
Yeah.
yeah, y'all boys been playing y'all butts off. I like the way that again, y'all have been with the Infernos for the last 6 months. And y'all have like been basically the same team. Y'all just found y'all's identity and y'all been playing really well. And now it's like showing for y'all. Another player that I know I'm talking a lot in this. If y'all want to throw somebody out there, just cut me off. Loud Pack again has been moving into his role as a DB receiver. I think he played his butt off this season so far. Him and Quiet Boogie. So those are two guys that I want to mention. And there was another guy, but I know for a fact he didn't play this season for most. He played last season. I can't remember his name though.
You
He
talking about
Blick?
blicked up last season. He had a rough patch. I seen in one of the playoff games, and I said, Seattle Skyline going to be a problem on Xbox. We're gonna see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we're gonna see. Cause a lot of y'all guys on Xbox be talking about how good y'all gonna be, and y'all haven't really played anybody. Y'all don't even have I don't think y'all have over 100 people. I don't think they have 100 people that like really play in their league yet. So once that grows a little bit,
Over here.
yeah, it's way different. We're playing the top. We have 600 members now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
600.
it's 8, but probably in the league, like playing every night, it's 6.
Yeah, so like I want to. It's gonna be hard to say that y'all are that good. The guys over here have been battle tested, and I'm not saying like that. Like when Sauce and those guys be talking, I'm like I let them talk because I remember when I first came into the league. I mean into ESG. I thought I was the most hot shit ever when I played quarterback because I was throwing dots to whoever in Novus, and then I got to play with the big dogs, and it changed real fast.
Different.
It changed real fast.
Speaking of that, by the way, yeah, I have all the love for people who are willing to play quarterback for longer than a season because everybody has an idea that they want to play quarterback in their head, but man, quarterback sucks. It sucks.
It's brutal.
Everybody hates you.
It's brutal. It's brutal. Who you got? Juan and Goofy. Who do y'all have as y'all top DBs outside of because we all said Army, but like who else is somebody that like maybe that nobody really has been talking about?
I mean, you already said Quiet Boogie and Lopek. I know they're
Chico.
both on my team. They proved it.
Chico.
I haven't watched the Devils as much as I should have. Shout out to my boy Chico.
I watched too much
missed
film of the Devils to.
Chico's missed a few games, but when we played the Devils, we've played them with Chico and without. Without Chico, not the Devils.
Not the Devils.
They're not. With Chico, it's like, oh.
They're here. The
This
Devils
is
are
the
here.
hype. This
The
is
Devils
what
are
the
here.
hype's
Got
about.
you.
Yeah.
Got you. I haven't really had a chance to watch my boy Chico. I actually haven't had a chance to talk to him in a while either. I might have to get him on here.
Chico, I'm throwing Chico and Carter too. Chico and Carter.
Along with Carter.
Chico and Carter.
So
Think
this is my thing. When I see teams that are playing really bad, specifically the Raiders, when I see teams like that and they have like DBs that are really good, that's either letting me know that one, y'all are playing a lot of run heavy teams, or two teams know not to pass on y'all and they know they can run on y'all, and
Yeah.
y'all getting beat on the ground more. That's personally what I see. That's what I'm thinking, because I'm like, if y'all got a DB because I know for a fact when I play the Infernos, I'm not coming out there half stepping with my receivers. Like I know we got to come and bring it when we play y'all. So we have to try to beat y'all on the run. We have to figure out a way to take out Greenlight, get him blocked immediately. You know what I'm saying? Things like get him blocked immediately, and we're probably gonna have a great chance of running the ball on y'all. Come on now,
Yeah,
everybody
no,
knows Omni. Omni, we trying to talk. We talking about DBs that right because we think that Army as a collective think is the best DB, but like we're talking about like slept on DBs right now. Omni, you're always in my top 5 best DBs in the game, brother. Come on now, that's not even the conversation.
We're also talking about this season too, Omni.
That's also true. I
yeah.
haven't really watched much of
I
Omni
like
this season with the Cyclones.
I like the Carter pick, and like you said, like they're struggling, and you're kind of wondering why. But the problem is, I bet at D3, I bet like well, they were dominant at D3 and they were
Yeah.
dominant at D2, and I think that a big reason is because they like in D1 we watch film, so in D1 before the
Mm,
game starts we're able to be like,
mm,
hey, this is their weakness, and if you're watching their stream you can hear them call out their own weakness.
yeah.
They're arguing like
Yeah.
mid game, like why aren't you there? You're supposed to be there. You're never there, and it's like, oh,
Oh,
better
he's
check
never
out
there.
the
Say
coverage
less.
here.
Go that
Yeah,
way.
yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Exactly. Um, I actually, so before we continue with this conversation, I do want to touch on what you just said about them being dominant in D2. Um, I personally don't believe with the new structuring of the league, they weren't supposed to be in Division One before the structuring. They lost in the
Right.
playoffs. Did they have a great season? Yes, but I feel like the playoffs is where like you're proving it, and I feel like them losing in the playoffs because they lost to
Was it the locks?
they lost to the Locks, and then we ended up being the Locks.
Yeah.
No, they lost to they lost to the Locks, and then we ended up being the Locks, and then we ended up losing to the Phantoms. Oh, that still haunts me, but the I feel like um, when they lost, that should have been like they should have been back in Division Two, and then the restructuring happened, which it was. I don't think it was like. I think it just was like a lucky break for them. They were supposed to go back to, but they weren't really tested beyond like the true D2. Most hated spin is really good. I do think most hated
Yeah.
spin is really good, but past the like, I feel like the playoffs are the rite of passage to Division One. Like, I mean, or getting to that
No doubt.
championship, that's the rite of passage. So I feel like they skipped a step, and that's why they have struggled this season. Um, on top of whatever issues that they're having, I feel like this is just like kind of like one of those. This is kind of y'all technically weren't supposed to be here, and then y'all got here, and it's like now it's like y'all haven't had that experience to actually be able to learn how to you know what I'm saying, play with these type of guys, because y'all didn't
Yeah.
even beat the best guys at the last division technically. So then you come here and then it's like you're playing the best of the best of the best. But I wish them
But
nothing
we
but
got to
luck.
watch talent kind of shake itself out, right? Because the locks wouldn't be here under the old structure either. But
That's true.
I mean,
That's
they're
true.
like a 500 team in D1, and I bet you give them a couple more seasons in D1, they probably figure it out.
And that's the thing.
But they're a pretty decent team in D1.
And that's another thing. I think the Locks, if I'm not mistaken, they didn't have Clip when they played us. Just being real. He played like 2 or 3 games of the of one series, and he wasn't. I'm just gonna put it out. Clip wasn't a factor when he played against us when he did play. I was balling out against them. Cozy was balling out. Things was balling out. Farrell was running the rock. You know what I'm saying? We was just. I mean, it went to
Yeah.
game 5, but we were really having our way. Like a lot of the times when we lost those in Division 2, it was because we beat ourselves. So those games, like when we lost, we beat ourselves. Like we didn't come with the right mindset. We didn't come prepared. We hadn't been practicing all week or something. But like, and that's part of the game. Of course, that's part of the game. That's not an excuse to lose. You get out there and do what the fuck you got to do, and you do everything to prepare. But
I feel like we're missing a DB here that's not really talked about. I mean, it's kind of. I mean, I think we talked about it earlier, but not as more of depth as Ace. You know, he wants to be that DB.
Oh,
off Ace,
He's really good at DB.
He's vengeance too.
yeah.
yeah.
Vintage.
Keys Vengeance. If I'm being honest,
Oh,
I
yeah,
like
Keys
Keys
Vengeance.
Vengeance. I like Keys Vengeance as a receiver. Him and Rowdy. I'm not gonna lie. I watched the Knights this season. Rowdy and Keys Vengeance. I haven't seen Keys Vengeance as much. Getting the ball as much, but when he does, he's very reliable. And Rowdy and One Love Key have a great connection. As far as DB, like you said, Alpha Ace, I really can't say. I watched them play, and I didn't.
Well, but to be fair, he plays like a safety kind of
Yeah.
robber role.
Yeah,
So I don't know. It's hard for him to shine in that role. Like the shining star, like the bright shiny toy, I guess, of that defense is to me Rowdy. Rowdy makes
yes, sir. Yes,
so
sir.
many plays on
Yes, sir.
defense.
Yes,
So
sir.
many plays. But the reason I think that he feels comfortable jumping a lot of those because he plays like hyper aggressive at DB. I think he does that because he trusts that Ace has
He's gonna
his
have him over
back up
top. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one thing I can say about the Knights defense. They have great communication and
Yeah.
they trust each other. Like, okay, this is your job. I know this is you say you're gonna be there. I trust you to be there. I'm going to get this ball like you just said. And he goes and Keys Vengeance does the same thing. If I'm being honest, Keys Vengeance is very slept on as a two-way player.
Yeah, he is.
Although me and him don't see eye to eye, but I think it's more of a competitive thing. It's more like just like me and Ace, a competitive thing. I'm one of the best receivers in the league. These guys, me and Key, we're both competing for the same title. Ace is the guy that's got to defend me most of the time, so that's always going to be tension between that. But respectfully, I think both, especially Key's Vengeance, I think he's a dog as a two-way. Rowdy just is I think right now the guy. He's the guy right now. That's all it is. He's the guy. Yeah. He's the guy right now. Offense and defense. I watched him. He's the guy right now.
No doubt.
Best two-way player, Army, and
I guess it's cheating because we put him at best wide receiver, but KJ plays really good two-way ball.
He grew into it though. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right. He grew into it.
I agree.
It wasn't natural for him at first, but he grew into it. Defensively, especially because the SWAT mechanic got buffed. Yeah, KJ. I agree. Quiet Boogie, another one. It's just it's this DB receiver in D3. I don't know his name. I'm not talking about Shiesty. Shiesty, you're definitely up there because you've grown into it. But I'm trying to give this new guy. I got to go back and do my homework. It's D3.
What team is he on?
I would say D3, D Murder.
That's who it is. That's who it is. I'm like, I couldn't remember his name for a second. I'm like, shit. I know it's D. It's not D Shiesty. D Murder, man. Dude is amazing. Both ways. I think again, just the team that he's on, they got to get it together. They just got to get it together.
I trust Czech to find the right pieces. Czech, I mean, it's an expansion team. This is what expansion teams are kind of supposed to do.
Yeah.
Is struggle for a little bit. And similar, I mean, the Guardians, which Juan is on now, the Guardians were, a 3-win team last season?
Yeah.
You get the right guys. I think Czech will figure it out. He'll get the right guys around him. And I think that the move he made, moving himself to quarterback and making Murder play wide receiver and DB, was the right move because even if he doesn't like it, man, that's his position. He's really a solid DB and wide receiver.
Yeah. What about you, Goofy? Who do you see as a great two-way player on defense as far as DB wide receiver?
Two-way, say it's more. I'd say Oddly.
Oh, all right.
Oddly's a good pick.
Yeah.
Oddly gifted. It's very, his name is out there, but not. I don't think it's more preached as
Who did I,
enough.
who did I say my pick was?
You said Army? Or no.
I think
Army was up there. Murder was up there for you. Shiesty was up there for you.
KJ, wait, or was that somebody
no,
else?
that was it. That was his. That was his.
Into it.
But I want
Okay.
to one. If you want to throw somebody in, go ahead. But I'm gonna just throw in Omni, AOB Omni. I don't know why we always forget this man's name. And he commented in the chat and said something. I'm like, he's not wrong, but like as far if we're talking about this season, I can't say that I've watched him this season. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you no lie. Like I said, I haven't been watching Cyclones.
He's not been the engine of the. I think that he's not been the engine of the offense because their offense has been messed up because of losing Drip, and they're going through like a little bit of a transition. But when they had Drip, I don't think Omni can be the. There aren't very many wide receivers who can be like your lead punch, like
Yeah.
the engine. It's
Yeah.
pretty rare, but he is a great number two kind of change of speed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
He's a really good. If you got a good running back,
He's
that's
very-
a great option at receiver.
I think so too. I think he does lock up on defense. The
He
issue,
does, yeah.
the issue I
Last
think
season,
is,
he was sending me clips of him getting pick sixes and all that.
yeah, he's
Game
once he catches that, once he gets that joke in his hands, he's getting loose. He's very elusive. I think that's what I like about his game the most. He's very elusive. Like guys like Juan, guys like Cozy, guys like Yams, guys like Omni, Greenlight. I've seen him catch picks, and he's very when he's not rushing, very elusive. And I think that's what makes them like when I see guys that are like great two-way players, and they can do that on the defensive, and you catch the ball and get real sticky with your elusiveness. I think that adds a little bit of to your game because it's almost like turning the defense into offense so fast.
Yeah. And with the game structure being 15 points, you get a pick six. That's game.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
clinch a game for your team.
For sure, that is a game changer. Now let's go to Goofy. I think you're gonna enjoy this the most. Best offensive lineman.
Okay, so again, we're talking pure offense. Just
Straight offense right now.
I got Mark. If I'm building my perfect O line, I got Mark at left guard. I love him at left guard. I got Gunther at center. I want Gunther to be vocal, making the calls. And I got Clip at right guard. That's my perfect Megazord O line. That's who I like.
Okay. Goofy, who you got?
I would say Pancake is not that talked about a lot. Pancake.
Ooh.
I like Pancake
Yeah,
a lot.
I like Pancake too.
Yeah, he's a dog. I think of him
Pancake.
in defense, but fair.
I mean, I would say he's really good at offense too. You can't take it that way.
He is.
What else? Gunther, Protector of the Year. Basically, every single year, you have to put him in there somehow. And it's my final alignment. You got to think about some guy that can pick a guy, second level, first level, and third level. I'll go with Bala, one of my own.
Yes, sir.
That's
Yes,
what I
sir.
was gonna say. I was gonna say number one's Bala.
Okay, who you got, Juan?
Offense and defense.
Who you got for your three linemen on offense, Juan?
J Clutch, Moski.
Damn, you're just gonna go down one team?
Basically.
And Balla? Is that who you said?
They're elite for a reason.
All right, well, I'm going.
J Clutch, Moski. I need to add one more.
Bala? If Bala's your one.
Bala.
Okay. I'm going Balla, Clip, and Gucci. I promise you. And that's going to be my offense and defense. That's my offense and defense. Balla, Clip, Gucci. I promise you that team, right? Those three guys. And
Nobody's gonna have Stamp.
nobody.
Everybody pancaked. Yeah.
Yeah. So those three guys right there. And then I'm taking them for my defense too. And I think, and if I'm being honest, I take them as the top three best two-way linemen as well. Those are my three. Balla, Clip, and Gucci.
I feel like I'm gonna say this name and you're gonna go, oh yeah, I can't leave him out. Floto for defense.
Fuck! Floto's the guy that you were about to say?
Floto.
God damn it.
Floto's the guy. Yeah, of course.
But he's not playing this season, though. So,
Yeah, that's fair.
I can't. I love Floto. That's my dog, bro. But I can't put him in. If Floto was playing this season, I'd probably switch out. Oh fuck! I can't switch nobody out. I love you, Floto. I can't switch nobody out. I can't. I've watched the. I offensively.
Man,
I've watched them.
Bala, Goofy, and Matt Color Greens.
That's your defense.
Yep.
That's a great defense. Not gonna lie. Goofy, just want to put it out there, Goofy. I don't want you to feel no type of way. You definitely are in my top 5 though. You're my top 5 though, so don't feel no type of way.
Goofy's basically Floto, but he's not really Goofy. I'm gonna be straight up. You're not a threat on the ground. Not really that big of a threat on the ground. I'm more worried about you on defense than I'm at offense, and I'd have to worry about Floto.
He's just reliable. He's just reliable. He's gonna stay in front of his man on
Goofy,
offense.
you're probably one of the best defensive players in the game right now.
He is for sure.
Just straight up.
Spotlight Player of the Week, by the way. Spotlight Defensive Player of the Week, by the way. Shout out to my boy Goofy.
Yeah.
Who you got for your defense? Sticks.
Yeah,
I want to hear this.
I'm going Floto. Man, it's tough. Okay, so Floto does it, and in my opinion, he's won one ring carrying a defense that at the time was a little bit lackluster. It wasn't an impressive 3 seasons ago. I wasn't impressed with their defense. I think they've grown. Like the last season when they won the chip, they were a much more sound unit. But 3 seasons ago, they were mean. If Floto wasn't getting a sack, they weren't getting a stop.
That's facts.
So that's why I go with Floto. I want to put Goofy there too, but like so in my head, I'm constructing a team, right? I don't want 2 of the same type of builds.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I do think that Goofy is probably just as good as Floto, or right around there. So
I want to put
I'm
defense.
I'm gonna do it. Yeah, defense. I'm thinking Floto.
Yeah.
Goofy.
Yeah, go ahead. My bad.
Floto, Goofy.
Floto, Goofy, and who do I want at my nose tackle? Now I need somebody big at my nose tackle. I like Mac Collar Green. I like Mac. I think Mac's a good pick.
Somebody said Corey Slime gotta get mentioned.
Bit of end, but I like Mac.
Yeah, I like Mac.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do Floto, Goofy, Mac.
All right, go ahead, my boy Goofy. It's on you.
I'll do my as of this season. You know, I can't bring in. I'll talk about me and Floater later in a sec. I'll put me down there. Me and Ball's chemistry, it's the second season with him. I'll put Ball on there. I have to. And then my left D end, I would love to have a. Ooh, I forgot his name. We were just talking about him. Shit.
Mac?
I'm blinking here.
Oh, Pancake?
Pancake's good at defense. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, I'll rather have 2 of those solid guys on runs and pass game than just have me out there, like a cowboy, just hooking on. But if we switch to a 2-down defense, I'll pick me and Floto. Then I'll grab heavy linebackers to get with us, fast linebackers.
Okay.
Nobody's ever thought about that. 2 loopers and 3 fast running linebackers, but
I have.
I was thinking about that.
I have.
That could be a nightmare.
If you get Floto and fucking Goofy, or Floto and Baller, or Baller and Goofy, and then you have Splagaga, Greenlight, and Fuego, or Splagaga, Juan and Fuego, or Juan and Greenlight. Boy, that is gonna be a nightmare. Defensively only. If we just talking about, hey, we're gonna have y'all, like, if we would go into the lab, have the best offense versus the best defense. You put them on that, yeah, boy. Whoever that quarterback is gonna be a nightmare. Speaking of just offense only, who do y'all think is the most complete quarterback in the league? And when I say most complete quarterback, I mean, who do y'all trust in the with one drive to win the game? It's the game-winning drive. What quarterback do you want?
Man, only because he doesn't get talked about enough. My quarterback, Jerk Chicken. He's not talked about at all in the community. He'll maybe occasionally throw a highlight up there. But Jerk, our quarterback, we've put him in. We've been walking the line, right? Like we're 11-1, but we've had a lot of game fives. We've had a lot of like, oh boy, we better score right now. He's come through for us in a major way this season. I like Jerk.
I like
Take it,
Jerk as well. I like Jerk as well. I watched again. I went back and watched y'all film. That's why I was able to I went to Greenlight and got y'all highlights, but I watched y'all highlights and then I went back and watched some of y'all film. Boy is nice. I'm not gonna lie. The boy is talented. I think he's finally like gotten comfortable in his role as y'all's quarterback, and y'all. I feel like he feels like y'all trust him, and y'all trust him, and y'all do trust him, and it makes makes all of the difference because you know what I'm saying. He's not in. He doesn't feel like the new kid on the block anymore. He feels like, okay, I'm one of the guys. I'm on this team. They trust me. Let's ball out. He makes great decisions.
And we're a very vocal team, right? And we'll buck heads like me and Daro have gotten in like yelling matches in the middle of a game. So I don't know. Everybody's been mad at somebody in the middle of the game, and we're vocal about it. Now we're cool. Obviously, we're like, yeah, whatever, don't matter. Next play, but that is tough for the quarterback when the team is so vocal. Everybody has an idea for what the play call could be.
Yep.
Oh, do this, do this, do this. Jerk, I think finally has been able. He's grown enough. I really after the D2 championship that we won, he was able after that season to be like, I'm not doing that. Like I'm doing my thing. We're
Yep.
doing this play, and
Yep.
it's like, all right, bet we trust you.
Yeah. Goofy. Who's your quarterback? One drive.
You gotta go with them. You gotta go with them. You gotta go with Sosa. You gotta put every single person in. You got Quiet Billy. You got Lapek. You got Fuego. Don't forget, we still got Void. Unfortunately, like we're switching in Void too. You know
Yeah.
Void strap.
Yeah.
We got Void still. We got a lot of people to fit into this offense, man. And Sosa, he puts it in so perfectly to where nobody's in the end of the night saying, "Well, I didn't do shit today."
Put me on the line. Put me on the line, PJ.
Everybody did their stuff. Everybody's feeling confident. Everybody's happy about how he did today, you know, and he fits in everybody perfectly. He could do himself too. I mean, I believe he's the quarterback to do that.
So my question. So
That's fair.
So Juan, because I specifically want to pick on Juan right now. Juan, I saw you on the CCFL podcast, and they asked who was the best quarterback in the league, and you remember what your answer was?
No, I do not.
It was Bezo. I'm talking about with no hesitation. You said Bezo. Do you still believe that if you had one drive to win the game?
If I have one drive to win the game, give me Bezo.
You want Bezo?
I want Bezo.
Iguodala.
Yeah, give me. That's exactly what it feels like. Why? Why Bezo?
Nah, Bezo.
Because Bezo's the GOAT.
Damn, that's crazy. Hot take.
Bezo can get it done. He's done it many times. He's probably the most explosive player when it comes to comebacks. Would you not say? Down 2-0. I want Bezo personally. Like Bezo will come back. Like you saw that firsthand, though, versus the Phantoms. You saw it firsthand.
Yeah. No, I like Bezo. I think Bezo's a dog. I think Bezo's a dog. I'm curious to see if they're able to turn it around. If they're able to come back from down the whole season. You know what I mean? What they start 1-6, something like that.
I like Bezo. I want
them in the playoffs. I want to see them in the playoffs.
I like Bezo. It's almost like the same argument with me. I hate when people ask this, but then I gotta. There's some validity to the question. Where has he shown that he can be that guy though?
When it's they had the weapons too.
Okay.
When do they have?
Okay.
When do they have the weapons too?
Okay. Okay. D2 championship.
He has a dog now. But he lost the dog already.
Okay. So for me personally, quarterback is on the line. I need a clutch guy. I need a guy that's going.
You're not taking for the God, are you?
Huh?
Nah, nothing.
If I'm gonna go with a quarterback that's in the league right now, it's between Pigeon and I'm not gonna say between. I'm gonna go with Ray. And
Oh,
I know that's a shocker, bro. I know that's a shocker. No, I'm lying. I'm sorry. I'm not going with Ray. I'm not going with Ray. I'm sorry. I'm
I
going
don't
with
like
Pigeon.
that.
I'm going. I'm going with Pigeon. I'm going with Pigeon, and I'm saying Pigeon because, and we're strictly talking about this season. We're strictly talking about this season.
Okay.
Because
Well,
if we're talking about
I
all
was gonna say,
time,
if we're talking,
if we're talking about all time, I'm going with Bummy every time. It doesn't matter who.
That's exactly what I was thinking of.
If we're
Yeah.
going all time, I'm going with your Bummy to me immediately. I don't care about nobody else's opinion. This man knows how to win. But if I'm talking about like right now, I'm going with Pigeon simply because Pigeon knows how to he knows how to lead his team to a victory. Like they're not. I'm not saying that every season he's gonna make the right every single time he's gonna make the right decision. But more times than not, he's making great decisions to get his team in position to win. And whether it be that because he has a great personnel, it's how the cookie crumbles. They picked a great team since day one. They've had a great team, and they grew. And those guys knew their roles, and they flourished in those roles. Pigeon as a quarterback, I think he makes a right decision. And the only reason why I don't say Ray is because I feel like Ray has played really high level of football, but I feel like sometimes you just gotta go with your heart and your gut versus you know what I'm saying like the numbers or versus the you know what I'm saying like so I feel like he's too calculated sometimes. Like sometimes it doesn't play out that way. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes and I feel like sometimes people just have your card and Pigeon evolves. I feel like Ray is gonna force it sometimes. Like this is how I want to win this way, and this is what I'm gonna do. And I feel like Pigeon evolves. Just like somebody said earlier, he's changed his game so many times, and he's shown that he can win in those when he changes it sometimes. So I'm gonna say Pigeon.
a great example of that last season when they played the Cyclones last season in the regular season, they got killed by the Cyclones. And they were at full strength, and I think they got 6-0 or close to it. Like the Cyclones took it to Flight in the regular season. They meet again in the championship. You're expecting maybe a little bit more of the same, but everybody came out with like a build anticipated for just the Cyclones.
Yeah.
And it was something that I hadn't seen Flight do. And it was like, they played real heavy. Everybody was real heavy except for Floto, of course. And I was like, wow, I'd never seen them play like that. You know, Pigeon got off a couple of play actions, but for the most part, it was like a heavy run. Pigeon ran the ball. And I was like, wow, I'd never seen that. That was really impressive.
Yeah, especially coming from them being like a super they were the most pass heavy team in the league, other than like when I played with bully ball. Shoot, like, and that was because we just didn't have the line at the time, and Mir was really good running back. But like they always had, even when they had good running, they've always had good running backs. Flight just was super pass heavy, and they dominated it with it. But they just at that time they couldn't win. But Pigeon again showed that he could evolve, and now they don't just go based on. I think a lot of teams try to like play meta style football. Although they did create that meta with I think they're the ones who created that fullback meta that Floto was running.
They created that. I don't think that got adopted much last season. From what I saw, the Cyclones were the first team to come out with like. They were running a 7-foot, 400-pound fullback with a triple bruiser. And everybody in the league realized, like, my guy can't tackle him, like, at all, ever.
Yeah.
I mean, he had, like, 49 speed and was breaking 90-yard touchdowns, just breaking 14 tackles. That's before Bruiser got nerfed.
That's crazy.
It was insane. But Flight, finally, and nobody had been able to stop it. Cyclones were rolling through teams, and then they ran into
They adjusted.
Flight came out with a game plan. Yeah,
they adjusted for sure. Who do y'all think is the best trench player of all time in the CCFL so far? I'm talking about like from day one to now. Who have y'all been like, dang, that player is just he's him in the trenches. I got a person. I'm gonna hold off on it. I'm gonna hold off on who I think.
I want to talk about the best all around player in ESG, to be honest.
Hold that. Literally, right after I finish this one, ask that question, okay?
Okay.
If it's, I haven't seen too much of Turnt play, but in the off season, we brought Turnton to like kind of coach our line, see like, hey, this is where we're missing. We watched film with him and stuff like that, and he was like, this is kind of how you want to block this. This is the position that you want to be in. And now we're 11-1. So obviously the dude knew what he was talking about.
Yeah.
Our O line and D line's like significantly better. So I would throw Turnt in that conversation
Goofy, who you got?
if we're talking all time.
Yeah, I like that answer. Goofy one, y'all got one?
Honestly, are we trench play? I mean, I think we're mainly talking about D tackle here, going against the center and double teams most of the time. Is that what y'all want to talk about? Or
I'm talking about just overall. Who is just like a straight like overall? Who's been the best dog in the trenches that you've seen? Appreciate that, man.
honestly don't have an answer. Like you,
It's okay if you don't have an answer. That's cool too. You know, sometimes,
I don't have an answer, honestly.
yeah. Sometimes it's just it's too hard of
I
an
don't really
answer.
have an answer either.
Okay, I'm going with it's these two people that just
I
crossed
want
my
to say
mind.
Baller, but I already said Baller 5 times.
It's two people. Well, three people that keep coming to mind. Is Zahn, Baller, and that's a clip.
Husky.
Those. Oh my god! So I want to say Husky, but I can't say Husky because
Forgot about us.
I played with Husky a little bit, but I really didn't get to see much of Husky. Like he was always having like scheduling issues with the game days, so I didn't get to see him as much. I mean, I played with Husky in the pubs, but like, come on, we know pubs don't really count. We don't really count that because half the time it's receivers on the damn line. But yeah. I think Zahn. I don't remember Zahn much offensively. Defensively, Zahn was a dog. Balla is probably the best two-way lineman I've ever seen. Him, Turnt, that's a clip, Gucci. Those are the guys in the same conversation. Like, if anybody was to throw one of those guys out there, I'm not going to be upset. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be upset. And then that's a clip. I just think he's like versatile as hell. For like, he's done it all. Like as far as like being a lineman, he's done it all. So those are the guys that I'm putting out there.
I like those answers. My only thing is Clip has always been a looper, and until this season, like he's not this season, but is a looper like a trench player? I don't consider a looper.
No, that's not really.
I don't think of TJ Watt as in the trenches.
No. Definitely not. I think more. What it would be Julius Peppers. Is that who it was? Julius Peppers.
Player.
Yeah. Julius Peppers.
Terrence Knighton is who I think of as a trench player. Pot roast.
Called pot roast.
We're
We're gonna look him up. We gotta look that up.
Yeah.
I think of a trench player like Vince Wilfork.
Right. Yeah. And it's tough to recognize them, especially because I don't really play. I started out playing live.
Domicon too.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
That's what I think. I think their ability to affect the run and the Aaron Donald affect the run and the pass is. I think that's what it defines a trench play.
It's tough for me because though I started out playing line, I haven't really played line at like the D1, like the highest level. So, and then really on film, when I'm watching film, I'm watching for the wide receivers and DBs because I don't want to get embarrassed. You know what I mean?
I know that's right, boy.
My eyes don't really go to the trenches that much. That's why it's nice.
It's hard. It's hard. Yeah, that's why I wanted Goofy. One, because he plays for Most Hated. Two, I specifically have a question for Goofy. I've been waiting to ask this all podcasts. All show. Recently, I saw on another podcast somebody called you a yapper, and they said that you're just a yapper, and that you're. I guess he was insinuating.
The person said that is probably the most two-faced player in the league.
Okay, we're gonna get to you on that in a second too.
Man.
How do you feel about that? And does that identity, like somebody identifying you as just a yapper, do you agree? And does that have more to say about? Because when somebody says that you're just a yapper, that's basically saying that your mouth doesn't match your play. Do you agree with that?
I don't think anybody else outside of that podcast agrees with that at all. I mean,
Yeah.
U.S. Go ahead and ask the teams that I've gone against and tell them what happened to them. You can
Yeah, I like
you
that
can go
response.
against almighty primetime, and I'm still out here 3 and out, 4 and out, safeties. Like D Rose is not wanting to hit the gaps that I'm near. He's going absolutely the opposite way. Their game plan was to stop me, then stop Floto. It's to call me a yapper is kind of crazy. That I don't even talk that much like stuff, but when I do, it's messing around most of the time.
Yeah.
You can't really call me a yapper if I'm still producing as much.
Yeah.
And I would say
Yeah,
if
no,
most
fair.
hit everyone against the Pirates, I don't think you'll call me a yapper at all. Because that guy is barely even playing right now, and he seems all he does is yap on that podcast, but doesn't even show it.
Uh-oh. So you, Mr. He Can't Protect You is a terrible name for him, is what I'm hearing.
I don't think
Well,
he
I
should.
mean, I don't know why Mr. He Can't Protect You runs probably one of the. I had to give him a build, and I play fucking running back.
Okay.
The dude had one tactician at one point in time at 7'4", 400. Like,
He's not the guy that everybody talks about. He's just not that guy. He's not that guy at
You
all.
think he's more of
Yeah,
a TV personality than an actual player? That's what it sounds like.
he's getting to that point of time in the game where he needs to just hang it up and just become one full time TV. He needs to just hang
Okay.
it up.
Okay.
Damn.
I don't think he's not that much of a factor for them to be 1-6.
hey, hey, Six God, how big of a? I'm not even gonna say his name. How big of a factor was he?
I don't know, man. I don't play line. I don't play line.
Did you see his name pop up below the scoreboard?
I don't play line, bro.
So when
I'll play,
hold
bro.
on,
I'll tell you what.
I got another question for Stick. When you guys go against film, who do you guys worry about most in the Pirates? Let me say that. Who do you guys worry about the most?
Bezo.
Yeah, it's
Offense
it's
and defensively.
Bezo.
Offense and defensively. That's what I was trying to get to.
The tough thing about the Pirates, especially without Juan, is defensively. So I don't know. So we haven't played the Pirates yet, so I can't say that we've done like in-depth film study on them. I've kept an eye on them just because. Well, hold on. I've kept an eye on them now, just because last time we played him, Juan, maybe you remember that. Daro and it got heated in that. That was a fun game. Daro and Greaves were going back and forth crazy in the game chat.
Yeah.
Talking crazy.
Yeah.
I joined in. I like chaos, so I that was a fun game. And then I think
Same guy
one,
hosting
we
MBK, by
won.
the way.
Yeah. We Series 1 we won in 5 games. Series 2 we lost in 5 games. I think is how that went. Something like that. And it was that was a lot of fun. In terms of that season, obviously we were looking at Juan. This season on defense, man, I don't know. I think that everybody that's played him probably defensively is not that worried about him. Maybe offensively it's a little different. Offensively, I'll say I think you guys bring up a good point that their line has never really been there. It's never ever been their strength, really.
No.
It's been the fact that their quarterback and running back
We're just that good.
don't need much of a line to operate. You know what I'm saying? That's what was crazy.
We still had we had a decent line, but it's the fact that we lost Oopsie.
I've heard that a lot.
That was the
Oopsie
only
was a
reason I
dog.
stayed on the
No,
Pirates.
Oopsie
because
was
of
a dog.
Where is he now? Is he not in the league?
Oopsie's taking a break.
Okay. I watched film on them on the Pirates this season, and the line looked decent. It didn't look dominant though. It wasn't like they were out there because Bezo had to do a lot more running than he was dancing
against the Locks. I thought.
Yeah, I saw that game too, and they did look good.
Yeah.
I have to watch more from. I'm not the type of guy to like talk too much on something if I haven't done like enough homework on it. I've seen some, from them, but they really haven't. From what I saw, the line didn't look that bad. But Bezo has to do a lot of dancing in there, and if he's not moving around,
He has to do a lot of dancing.
yeah, he has to do a lot of dancing.
If he was a normal quarterback, I think we'd feel differently about the line.
Exactly, and that's why I was like, I don't want to talk too much about it, but from what I'm seeing, it makes a lot of sense why Juan had to do a lot of running backwards. and then having to create because you don't really have much time. Now, can they re-engage their blocks? They do a great job of that. I will say that.
Yeah, they do.
It's like when
They do.
Bezo,
They blocked
at the end
when
of the
Bezo moves, like once that first they're instantiated, Bezo moves, they re-engage. They're great at that. But the initial blocks,
Hey, Six, I don't think you knew. Sorry, I'm interrupting. I don't think you ever knew this, but nobody on my offensive line has ran a bulldozer ever.
is
Yeah,
it?
that's an odd choice for sure. And then when we played, do you remember when we played you? You switched to a wide receiver build for Series 2, and that's how you guys took Series 2.
Yep, yep.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Because
that's a
you
good
didn't
I
have.
was on a wide
testament to the
receiver.
line because
Jackrabbit
you
that
should
could
never have
catch
to
the
switch.
rock.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's definitely.
My point
I
of
was,
saying
to be honest, I was the main vocal point because I would have to. I caught the most passes, and I ran the ball the most.
Yeah,
That's
which
it's
is
just
why they're having identity issues now with their team.
yeah.
Go ahead, Goofy.
Yeah. I'll say I just brought it up to show that the guy that's talking the most is not even the most variable on his team. Like you got to really think about our team compared to theirs. I mean, he's talking all that to us. He's saying, the people on there saying he's okay, he's good, whatever. But I don't think they watch ever film on us to compare their own team to us. I would like to scrimmage them as.
am I exploding?
Is that a
But
is that a call out? The most hated wants to play the Pirates.
no, I'm gonna say that. I want to. It's more of a personal thing.
Oh,
I've been talking to them.
he said, "I want to see them. I want to see them personally." 1v7,
Yeah,
1v7 is
they're-
crazy.
And I will say
don't
this:
think
for whoever
that'll be
whatever
interesting.
Pirates are watching, I fuck with y'all, but that one dude I don't fuck with.
There's some beef in the room. I can smell the beef
There
grilling.
is. I mean-
I can smell the beef grilling.
He can't be
No,
talking.
he said something last week that just made me mad. He said it about me too. It just made me mad.
Juan, this is
Now
what we're gonna
now
do.
it's a vendetta.
Juan, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get you on at the 8:15 show, and we'll go more in depth with that. We'll go more in depth with that. And not oopsie, Goofy. We're gonna get you back on the 8:15 one and try to get you. We're gonna get some more in depth talks about that as well. With we're gonna talk about a couple of the beefs and issues around the league. Also, the false narratives. And give guys. It's gonna be a couple guys that's gonna come on here in the 8:15, and we're gonna talk about some of the false narratives around the league, or some things that might be true that just you don't have the whole truth on. But we're gonna continue. We only have a couple more. We have a couple more things to go over. Specifically,
Hold on. I gotta head out. My baby's crying. I gotta get ready for date night.
yep.
Man,
We're gonna.
hey, great podcast. Love
Great.
talking to y'all.
Yes, sir.
I can't wait to listen to the drama. I want to know the drama at the 8:15 show.
Oh yeah, well, I'm. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna end here, but I'm gonna post this on YouTube, and then the 8:15 we're gonna film that, and then probably in the morning I'll post that on YouTube as well. So you won't have to miss. You won't be out too far of the loop. By the time morning comes, you'll have it.
Bet.
But that's this episode of the Live on Air Sports Show. We have the Sticks God, we have Goofy Goof, and then we have Juan. And I am your host, Unc from the
My
90s.
hair's fucked.
Y'all have a blessed evening.
I'm going bald.